is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
I have Boadu TV, so Yamamunya Kwaba, and Fambraso. Kevin Taylor and an idiot or say Ope squeezy Afenyo NPP for sure. He will squeeze their boss. Now MPP no we guno. Ono, one person will go MPP. Intimate sorry bill. Na yesi court case bi Afenyo twa no ko frɛ Abrante bi. Ama me no ka se we leaky Afenyo audio. Court asem no case e wo court o. Na wa frɛ esi echi. Afenyo me say Kevin Taylor wie no. Na yesi MPP for say dem omo ba be inaugurate party school. Na mo be kire den. Sana Kevin bisa. Why na Ken Agyapong na Bawumia na be kire de ho. Like then na mo be kire. MPP for then na mo be kire. We are new sinchenya. Yes, mama in Sekebio. Education Ministry. Yenye Sekebio omo de ko vet ne ho nko ne ba ma. Sa na djuma akoso. Kevin say nya bosse ya o da che na broni obechi osika kwa. Se o ho Ghana baje 5 billion, baje 3 million, baje we sa na ye chiska.
NPP to inaugurate party school on 25th June. Yes, NPP for say. Omo beti bibia ye friend party school. NPP for say. Omo beti bibia ye friend party school. Na no. E be kire NPP for ade e for party no ho. Rade ya go. NPP for say. Omo beti party school. Na me pese me bu say party school no one na be kire ade wo ho. Because party nankasa as MPP party no. Party no one aboa emwa men na be kire mo ade de na mo besua. Ye nim party no be bia e tikiri free ye. Party school no mo be kire de e pa na mo pese mo kire mo party fo no. E de biam na enim fa MPP ho. Ye nim dankwa. Ono na kwaje eye bribe e wo US embassy wo Ghana. Ye nim buzia. Ono de ball kro no dwane ko hye eye de Togo. Ye nim dombo. Ono na sebi ojimijimi ye hu bebi ofa ya na asefo omo dada omo. Enti party no ye nim say ye nana baafo akoto. Otiti ni more room £700 and ye de tie. NPP yenim say 1992 moya day moya sebo be contested 96 moya sebo be contested the first presidential elections no. The reason why enti amote eye NPP ne say mameka bibi nkyerɛ mo 1996 NPP no munye ready say 92 omo bete party o. The main reason ti omo te party no eye two omo te party because of tribe. And secondly, I'm going to take part because of J.J. Rawlings. See, the MPP as a political party, no man, you know, to take part. One, a tribe, and I'm going to take part. Secondly, the reason why in 1992, I'm going to take party. 1996, I'm contested for presidential elections, and they say they put that party together in 1992 because of the hatred for J.J. Rawlings. Because they believed say J.J. Rawlings to me democracy no not democracy jinan na aswa. They will have no space in Ghana politics because people had seen the Omaya in the past. They were no all the coups they see were Ghana not MPP for the shechre. In the time of J.J. Rawlings 1992 or move Ghana to the Fourth Republic, a democratic nation no. The MPP decided say another party in quote a democratic party. We cannot stop J.J. Rawlings because J.J. will open the minds of Ghanaians when it comes to democracy. And they actually formed the NPP to counter the democratic dispensation J.J. Rawlings wanted to introduce into Ghana. It is even in the archives. The MPP was formed all because they didn't like J.J. Rawlings making sure Ghana has moved into a democratic dispensation. It was to counter Rawlings moving Ghana into democracy, and they could not counter Rawlings when they did not have an equally democratic in quote political party to diffuse J.J. Rawlings' democracy. Until they came together and said, Sakwano move from military. Amanda or done democracy there. We also need to change our style and go destroy him. Because we cannot bring J.J. Rawlings down. So the idea was that let us also change our color and form something called the NPP, and in quote, we become a democratic party, and then we can use that tag to let the world think, say, JJ is not practicing democracy in Ghana well. And no na J.A. Kufuor, Edu Buahimo, any Hakman Uswa Jimamu ba together. That is when they hacked that plan of NPP. Because the NPP itself, it wasn't built or it wasn't formed in the past because of democracy. It was formed because of Ahimfie. But they were forced to change into a democratic party in disguise because they did not like the idea that J.J. Rawlings is moving Ghana into a democracy. Now they needed to also act as if they believe in democracy to let the world think, say, yes, yeah, democracy. J.J. Rawlings share so, because after they formed the Democratic NPP, in quotes, what they did was they started sending Omona Nanum to Abruchiri. They started sending Obabusianfo to Abruchire. Omudu Abruchire, no catch Abrofuno or Germany say J.J. Rawlings tata omo. In fact, Omunana party your friend MPP. J.J. Rawlings MPP nasem and into Omunana say Omumbetna Germany. So majority of them went to the UK, some of them too went to Germany, and the message was one. Yakwa Yanka say, your papa is part of a democratic party, a friend MPP, but the current president, who is J.J. Rawlings, who moved from a military rule into democratic rule, is hiding behind democracy to torment our people. And it's in papa no de ababruchi. So they seek asylum in UK, they seek asylum in Germany, and then they started writing and putting something in the heads of the white men. Said J.J. Rawlings, even though he's practicing democracy, he is suppressing the people. This is the pure MPP, why it was formed, why it's in 1992, a democratic party. From 92, right before 92, almost started as a Mobusha. Majority of bloggers in the UK in the 70s, 80s, 90s, they went to tell Abrofo to say almost seek asylum because J.J. Rawlings now, well free military about democracy, he is hurting their people. Oh, now papa a politician. He belongs to NPP. Now, when you check NPP, it's a democratic party in Ghana. Until now, Abraham said, why is one democratic party frustrating another democratic party? Meaning that leader now, a military leader now, what democratic party, he's hiding behind democracy to suppress these kind of people. Until they were out there, they were in school. All that they were doing is writing articles into newspaper. Say, papa MPP, they are being suppressed. That is how they were able to stifle J.J. Rawlings' administration. Until from 1992 all the way to 1996, Rawlings transferred to 2000. J.J. Rawlings struggled to get funding from Europe and America because MPP for the that was the time they were out of the country. What were they doing? Were out of the country writing articles and telling the Europeans, say Rawlings is killing people in Ghana. It is all Kai Kufuor campaign in 1996 and 2000. Now selling it to the international world, say Rawlings is murdering women in Ghana and spreading them on the streets. Yato abani year 2000 akufo wini yepe and amalkum kukum because they had planned it. Now do you understand? Politics and make sure no. Almost all NPP school. Make sure NPP school. Inti omuye sano and 1996 economy say check J.J. Rawlings he's killing Ghana for ma okunkofo is hiding behind democracy into almost start no mo kunipa omo for being free Togo now be spreading on Ghana every day you hu about yekuno the day akofo win the election you hu about BM ebesin ne. That is how they operate. Make MPP school no we na also mo kire no ha sa MPP school we no sa de we na also mo kire nkwara no mo MPP mo no kwase afo. And we know the MPP, we know their history, we have followed the MPP, we even know the reason why MPP no more form it was out of hatred for J.J. Rawlings. Opa, go on AI, artificial intelligence, and punch in why the NPP was formed. Besides, just do that, you will see what AI will say. In fact, let me do this. Just put in why NPP was formed. NPP Ghana. Oh, there. Why? I am telling you, this is the history. Why the NPP was formed. Me say artificial intelligence crime amount history in your the reason behind the forming of NPP. Historical lineage. The New Patriotic Party of Ghana emerged in 1992 as the modern embodiment of a long-standing political tradition rooted in Dankwa Buzia Dombo lineage, centered around values such as individual freedom and the rule of law, property owning democracy, and liberal economic policies. Here is a breakdown of why and how it was formed. Over 1, historical lineage from independence era parties to the NPP. Its ideology roots stretch back in the United Gold Coast Convention, UGCC, in 1947, formed to advocate for Ghanaian independence under leaders like J.B. Dankwa and Pa Grant. Now, when you go down, the return of multi-party. Now, after years of military rule under J.J. Rawlings and his Provisional National Defense Council, a new constitution was drafted and approved via referendum in April 1992, reviving democratically elected governance. The lifting of the ban on political party politics in May 1992 catalyzed various groups of recognized, among them the Dankwa Buzia Club, coalesced into the soon became NPP. Official formation. Now, I'm going to say, immediate context in 1992, founding figures. In summary, the NPP emerged out of a transformation of Ghana's political landscape, a return of multi-party democracy, and stand as the modern incarnation of the progressive convention tradition dating to pre-independence struggles. It was founded to establish constitutional governance and offer an alternative vision centered on freedom, enterprise, and prosperity ownership as Ghanaian transition out of military rule. If you are interested, I can share more. Now, when you take your time and you read what the AI and I say history tells you are, in 1992, they put the party together just because J.J. Rawlings had put NDC together. That's all. It's a property owning party. They were not ready to put together a political party, a democratic political party. No. It was out of hatred. It was a target idea. They targeted J.J. Rawlings. They wanted to stop him. And guys, the NPP as a political party, do not trust them. It's a party no Ghanaian should sit and say, party way there, you trust the party way. Now, here, before we close, you have a point, no. NPP delegates when you say 2025 National Delegates Conference Planning Committee. You see, we're going to echo planning a year NPP National Delegates Conference. Thank you very much, team. It's all over the place. You see, omo say omo committee ya omo na omo ba be den omo be planning a NPP for delegates conference na omo ba be ye because omo constitution no omo amending nyoma bi wo ma omo pese omo gitum sankofo we nyina dey work for Bawumia sankofo we nyina Bawumia atini team say sa team no omo nko planning for delegates conference sa eye party no the constitution no omo amend the constitution to favor Bawumia. The constitution omo amend no Ken Agyapong, I am telling you, omo suspending and sana election 2028. Kennedy omo suspending no and sana omo primaries. And that amendment no omo constitution no Nanabi, Mustafa, Sir Jerry, all these people on the bill, Sankofu Omugusuno, they are the people following Bawumia around. Where when omo Bawumia campaign, Bawumia has set up his own committee that is going to do what? That is going to, at the end of the day, that is going to put together a delegates conference. The party Bawumia wayeku wafa. Party no Mahamudu Bawumia Mahamudu wayeku wafa party no wafa onwane nkofo and also omunko na conference na mobeye na omoba be change constitution no onwane nkofo planning. They are going to plan and they are going to implement what Bawumia want. This is what I've been telling you. Mahamudu Bawumia sa Mahamudu no Mahamudu one ne yere Samiri sa wokɔ ɛyɛ Chada your friend Samiri your friend Samira wokɔ ɛyɛ Fulani fo mu a ɔmo friend Samira because Fulani kasa no Samira nim your friend Samiri sa Mahamudu ne yere Samiri sa nkɔfoɔ no they are crazy hungry for power. They are power thirsty. They just need power to do nonsense. Mahamudu and Samere, if you people don't take care, Namutam Ghana, Esha Samere, and Mahamudu Nsem, you are done. Sa tu munafikis no. Me say Mahamudu, on a Samere, Oko Chad, and Ako Fulani folk Kroma, Yamfrobia Samira or Obian friend Samira, a man from Samira and a dinomban Samere. Me say what the Ghana share Samere and Mahamudu Nsem where we. This is the NPP for you. Mahamudu Bawumia on the Samere NPP the they have their own members who are going to make sure that delegate conference, everything goes in favor of Mahamudu Bawumia. Now, arrest risk contumely, Agyapong, another useless criminal. The dust settled a whole about 8 years ago. This idiot could not tell us. On a namna these are the clowns. 8 years. Omdi Kufuado Baya. Omne never bought Chrono and the Omjin so many minyansa and the young woman as presidential candidate. Electing flag bearer before regional national executive is a recipe for disaster. Eye Boadu Jakon or say about be presidential candidate and Sani Yakwakoyi eye regional and national executives are a recipe for disaster or say a Jimmy Sam. Yeah. What not now I can fork can kwasi abrofo hyehyɛ space. Samere ene mumuni omaba omaje party no say me catch them akanfo mu bi mu agimi. Bogote brofo kakra ngana some den na mas na say sa Samere oni Mamudu omo mu fi echire o fi desert so. Omaje party no omo die duro ena omo sata mu mo. Wo ba yi uti ubewu. Uyi uti yare bebo okum. Samere ene mumuni omo ye dangerous. And the wash space by catcher said it is recipe for disaster. Oh free. What is the party nim? Moko fa chichidi ene bae. Ena Samere ene Mamudu. Ena omuni name na omo building omo blocks. Ena mudi mu Jimmy yari ate brofo. Bawumia is a comedian. And you know let me tell you, mami ka bibi nchira woni bibi. Me Agyapong be here on kwasia. Omo beje mo party no omo agye. Samere sibia na ni bri to me no. Samere pele pele. Enya Samira o. Ko Chad. Ko Fulani for na ka say I am looking for Samira. I'm going to technology. Okay, say I am looking for Samira. Okay, say Samira. Your friend Samira o. E Ghana no the ayabe show no the RA aba. E Samira. Samira ene Mahamudu. Se mo anya careful. And then amokasa mu hu hwe. De ebesi no se esiwia na mobɔ hu se sa MPP me catch them egu mi megu no. 1,000 megu no mi besie no. One of the judges no the dean at the a year Hafisata Amele Buba or ye justice President Mahama and nominate no say parliament in vetino omo vetini we are na omo totona no mu say sebiu odi fatase also call Supreme Court yemfa ne Supreme Court na and then during the vetino in Sembebre see they see and say so many people were asking questions. Adentina, a minority leader, Kasongo 99, the content creator, Afenyo marking, show a lot of disrespect, a lot of anger. Say, share the ekoso and the elvetinasia. Judges bebre abesine call ya vetiomo. But you could see, say, this lady or this woman, during her vetino, there was something off about Afenyo marking. It looked more personal than being professional. It looked like say Afenyo marking no was some personal field dibia. He doesn't want to talk about it, but dibi on the tima why na you say or pese oguma minenima say. Or was some personal issue with the woman. He doesn't want this woman to do well in life. Now, Yenima Afenyo marking and the way he fools himself all the time. Every opportunity he gets, when he sees cameras, he sees bloggers. Every time he sees Nipa Sheribia, Jimmy dear, how he does it. But I said today, no, it was extreme. I said today, no, He didn't even want to show the lady respect. So far, with all due respect to all the judges, this woman stood out as the most smartest. With all due respect, all the judges are very smart. They have proven, say, you're good judges for Ghana. But from what I listened to today, and the deliberate attempt by Afenyo to try and discredit this woman, at a point, he wanted to make sure that this woman's security, he breached the security of this woman for Obia or person attack woman because he went all the way to let the woman even tell us Edaya or Timni baby or na dress baby or you could see say it was full of diabolic agenda. Now Afenyo Maki Obia Debiakas with Jimmy, it's fine because of his nature, because of the way he does things, because of the way sometimes Oyenyo maybe to say we did 14 years. And I'll give credit to the board, the chairman of the committee that sat down, and he actually put him in his place today. And we all saw the intelligent way the chairman handled this content creator, friend Afenyo Maki. But I want us to pay attention to something, and I'm going to decode something. Me decoding that you understand Afenyo Maki's behavior today in Parliament. Now, the reaction of Afenyo Maki in front of this lady. Ubebuta say, what is really going on? Why is he being so personal? At a point, to me, Campo say, oh, you want this lady to be passed to the Supreme Court. You could see, say, he didn't want to show the woman respect. You could see, say, it was deliberate. Into Ubebuta say, why is Afenyo Maki, especially with this woman, or is so focused and trying to discredit and disrespect the woman? I just say, now let's go listen to a few of the comments from Afenyo Maki and some of the questions he asked. This is the content creator Kasongo 99.
Would be the accompanying risk of allowing a certain president to set the punishment for non-declaration of assets, particularly in the absence of an independent investigation or an independent body constituted for that purpose. What do you think are the constitutional risks?
Honorable Minority Leader, is it not the same question that you are coming back to ask? Same question has been asked and answers provided. So for me, it is the same question that you are rephrasing. So the answer, we ask another question, please.
Chairman, if you want to find a way to stop this vetting, I will yield to you. Stop what you are doing. The whole country is watching you. Stop what you are doing. Stop what you are doing. If you want us to fold up, I'm not here to debate with you. I'll fold, discharge her, let us go. If that's what you want to achieve, I've seen it all. This drama, but whatever precedent, if not 4 years, 12 years, 20 years, it will come back and haunt this house. No problem. If you are strategically planning that a Supreme Court nominee should not go through this thing, so be it. But this question is not out of order. I am putting a question. Please pay attention to my question. Pay attention to my question. Pay attention to the question I'm asking. I'm not asking the same question. I've done research, I've worked overnight. I left this parliament, my office at 12 a.m. Go back here at 6. I know what I am asking. I'm not saying the same thing. For the avoidance of doubt, I repeat my question. What are
Honorable, I have a short response to
Please respond.
The public is not only watching me, it's watching all of us. And the jury will be out there. I cannot be intimidated by you. I'm a man with indomitable spirit. I feel rude that a question has been asked. The nominee will not answer this question again. Pose another question.
Honorable nominee.
So you ask yourself, what will make you so pissed off? So Utieni Kasema, he said he has worked overnight. He has done his research. It means this vetting is important to him. Into the whole night, Krawanda, and why research. So he came fully loaded. Why is he so interested in this woman's vetting? Why is Afenyo Makin so interested? At a point he said that if you want me to fold, I will fold and we will discharge her. You can hear it in his tone. There's no respect for the lady. Personally, he didn't want to show the woman any respect to say, Mami Wei has been nominated. She's resolute, composed, respectfully answering every question. You could see, said there was something in there, Afenyo Makin. It was eating him up. Because he had stayed up overnight. He had done his research. He has worked hard. He came here to do something. And that whatever he was trying to do, the woman was too intelligent for him. So now he got frustrated. And out of his anger, frustration, stupidity, and ignorance, you could see he exhibited his kasongoness. So you ask yourself, why is he so pissed off? And you can also take your time and watch some of the videos.
Honorable Minority Leader, is it not the same question that asks a follow-up question? In all the vetting that we've carried out, the record can bear me out. So if the Majority Leader wants a follow-up question, I think it is in good faith that we ask him to do a follow-up question. Please, Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Well, this being the first time I'm speaking, let me join colleagues to congratulate my 1 year.
Mr. Chairman, let's be careful what we are doing. It's not good for democracy. If it's a follow-up, let me congratulate my 1 year. If it's a follow-up, you should go straight to the chairman. Don't be doing these things. So it may be politically convenient for you, but tomorrow it will hit us as a parliament.
I can just understand the Minority Leader this afternoon. Because if the person going to ask the follow-up question is now talking to the nominee for the first time, what is wrong?
But he would have the opportunity to ask his own substantive questions. He's already indicated to the deputy chair that he will take his turn after me. Please, let us not set a bad precedent. This is not the first time we are doing better. Let's stop this. You are the majority. You may not want to delve deeper. Allow us to do our work. What is happening is not good, Mr. Chairman. When we talk, it's like we are sharing your power. Let's stop it. It's not good for the country. It's not good for our image as parliament. And I protest. He says he's going to have his turn.
Honourable members, I do not think any rules of the House has been flouted. So I'll proceed to give the floor to the Majority Leader. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Let me join some colleagues to congratulate my 1 year senior at the bar on your nomination.
So you ask yourself, somebody is just congratulating the lady for even being nominated. If it's a follow-up question or it's a substantive question, is it wrong for somebody to say, this lady used to be my senior and I would like to just congratulate her, join my colleagues to congratulate? When Ayaga was speaking, he said, let me join my colleagues, meaning left and right, MPP, NDC, for Maka say congratulations to her. No, he's joining his colleagues to say congratulations. Why do you think Kasongo would jump? Ask yourself. There's a reason. And I'm going to let you know why he was doing this today. I'm going to prove to you why it was very necessary, say, to Abatia MPP. And why people like Afenyo Makin, they have to be treated like criminals in Ghana. What Afenyo Makin was doing there, it was pure hatred towards the woman. Do you know why? Let me take you back. You will understand. Do you remember me expose about Afenyo Makin? Afenyo Makin took somebody's wife, and her friend Selina. And I saw Selina no ninua bema a your friend JJ. Do you remember? Eden a koto. Obana Afenyo back in Dino. Our Jenny free Bema be hono. The bakitwa na we did 4 years enum. Do you remember? Sa semono Selina because no date Afenyo Makina na yes Selina lawyer. Mokai say Selina time or call court our car say opesen kwarani mienu yede enkwara ni mienu emano bema na ye ex-husband bema no be find out say Afenyo Makina Selina da na even Selina nua bema na efre JJ eden bema ahyehye ne manum ode court no. Do you know say sa case no eno na ama Afenyo Makin ni buofu? Do you know? That is why Afenyo Makin hates this woman. Now, mama fa unko back na me show bibi. Time Afenyo Makin started say oni Selina na waware eda. Selina na owo emma mienu, 2 young girls. Time na oni Afenyo Makin eda. Enunti ema Selina ne kunu aware ne say ye. Sa asem no ekopie court. Now do you know say asem no ekopie court no? Judge na oti asem no so. Na friend Judge Hafisata Amalebuba. Na ye judge we. Ono na oti sa case no so. Now case ni kopie court no e dey ni see. And I'm going to take you back. Do you remember I played an audio? Abrantia ne ba free eye ne money free Selina ho baye. Because at the kudienti ma enkwara ne tumeka abrantia ne nsa temporarily no was because omo call court no. Eye Madam Hafisa, Justice Hafisa eka say oba ne mbema no omo nhye enkwara friend shared custody. Inti ema enkwara no so free Selina eho ebedio omo papa nsa. It was that moment ena bema ni behun say Selina na oyen ex-wife no ni nua bema fe ni JJ oni omote no na ode ne bema ehyehye nkwara na num ne mane ba no hunsa na ne mane yare. I played an audio of the girls speaking to their father and explaining to their father what Selina's brother JJ was doing to them. And Sana all before mo. This was what the kids told their dad. Do you remember?
Water into the sausage rubber thing, and then she let us drink this.
Who?
Mommy and Noah.
Which AC?
The white one in our room.
What happened? What?
Let me show you.
No, you talk. What happened?
The smell is the same thing as mommy said. It's the same thing.
What? Angie, you said what happened. I mean, I've heard what Iraja is saying, but you're saying.
So, mommy, there was an AC in Nungwa.
Okay.
When the water, the AC was dripping water.
Mm-hmm.
She was using a basket to make it full, so that she scoops it in a cup, so that when we drink it, it will make us sick, and then we'll get a cold. We'll catch a cold. And the sausage rubber. Sausage rubber.
Oh, you mean sachet rubber?
Sachet.
No, so what were you doing with the water from the...
We are drinking it.
She gave it to you to drink?
Yeah, we thought it was just fresh water. But instead of fresh water, it tasted like, what do you call it? Dust.
And she made you drink it?
Yeah, like sand.
I see.
And I was coughing until I sneezed and sneezed. Ooh, that's me too. I only coughed.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Well, I'm thirsty right now. This is the last one.
Now, this is the audio. Yenya free abrantian. Remember, there was another audio of the kids telling their dad, say, JJ, Edine Bema etu omunum. Do you remember? I can get you that audio. Now, enkorano papa ne kofa omo no. Ena omo papa ne hu say enkorano changes bia ba omo abrabom. omni jina ope no person de omunsa kan bema or wa na asa akra no omni nimba e ba ku di agora enti papa no hu say no changes bi aba nkora nim eho na o started say obusa nkora no. I will get that audio and play the one where the kids were telling him say JJ eden bema e hye omunum. Mr. Pim says get me the audio. Enti papa nika say no, I have to see medical advice, psychological advice. Enti eho na papa no started say or the Nkorano Echo Hospital. I wanted to give you a background to what I'm about to tell you today. Remember, inti assembly ba no, Selina na ne lawyer ne Afenyo marking. No ne da. Selina ne nua bema ne JJ, on de ne koti etoto nkwara de num. Inti obuko court no, na judge or case ne so, your friend no Judge Hafisa Ameloba, this woman. Now, Sama Miwe, or one of the most vibrant over a year, what we call a year divorce and marital court, divorce issues in Ghana, or one of the finest in Ghana. Oko divorce and marital court 3, family laws, over family laws one sema, ope one of the finest judges in Ghana. Omotse sa nyomana se. Omubu ataya nyansa woman, this woman or one of the best. So my own an case this was assembly by court. Assembly bedroom court no. Time my assembly court first. The first judgment I am we give you no or sin na omunye be a joint custody or shared custody. The reason was that evidence and a dead him those times near Nam fan Koranin ko hospital. Now sa time then Korano wo ma no ho and omuko pie court. In Tom Kodu court no. Assembly nyina ko do say na enkora no enko school be 1 year because of fanema no. So Judge Hafisata make key ruling and I say oyeden o make the ruling on the enkora no rights na sebio parents no at that moment you can say they were abusing the rights of the kids because na e was say enkora no eco school inti maame no a ye fe no Justice Hafisa Ata e ka kire say for now case way me person Nkorano to me go school into munya what you call shared custody or joint custody. Ma mene fan Nkorano at a point na papa no so fan Nkorano na you make sure say Nkorano school no aye fluid. Into e bia Nkorano ma mene ho for school days holidays no ma papa no ho. So that was what this judge the first time na a case no e ba hefa e ba nanim. All right. Now case ni ba ma mene nim no okay, so omunya joint custody and shared custody no. Maame no at a point now say Nkorano eba papa no ho. Asem we say me no makada. Me sure the kudientia na Afenyo Market was doing what he did today in court. Now say asem Nkorano eba papa no. Inti Nkorano eba papa no ho no. Omo ba be di holidays asa ko back no. And papa no who changes no Nkorano nim. Inti papa no who changes no Nkorano nim no. And odi Nkorano call police hospital or ko psychologist or ko a physician and who said yes, from what we are seeing your kid is being molested. Police report, medical doctors report, all the reports from psychologists, police hospital no abrante gada ninyina. Now when abrante who son abrante said no, he was not going to allow he was not going to allow Nkwara to go back to Mameno. So the man decided to go to what? Decided to go to court to tell the judge BM say, Madam Hafisata, first judgment now no. Matthias here, I respect it. But Nkwara become insano. This is the report I can show you from police, from the psychologists, from the medical doctors. Me ex-wife Selina or Afenyo Marking girlfriend na or Afenyo Marking representing no ni nua be my friend JJ no or the court to me manenum. Now Afenyo Marking eti say abrante no afile this case or the kwakwa judge no court no na quickly Afenyo Marking mo file what we call contempt application. Contempt application in say omudi nkan call court and omko ka kire court say imra so say was abrante ne den kwara ne koma Selina adenti na abrante ne mfa enkwara nkoma Selina nti we book court mraso nti court nchia abrante ne ntum. That was Afenyo Makin, who was the lead lawyer to Selina, abrante and ex-wife. Because Afenyo Makin was sleeping with the woman. Afenyo Makin knew and knows, said JJ, who is Selina's brother, was the one who committed the crime. Because there was police reporter, JJ admitted, said yes, our police station, he actually committed that crime. I showed you all the documents here. I showed you all those documents here. And I'm fine. Now, into Abrantia no ready say, oh, Babeko court, I go file. Say no, Madam Hafizata. O first judgment, Matthias, but incredible coming, sano. Dear me, any the professionals are catching no evidence in here. I was who say no, including to me call back to JJ now or shed them now or then cut air to me malinum. Afenyo Makin, who say, Abrantia no. Ayden ebe court afile sare no omko file ayden contempt application say court mum enshembra ne enchi abrante na aden ankora na bedi no wa omfa ankora ne nkoma Selina enti abrante ne court no ena madam Hafisata eka kira abrante no say wa asem wa ka nyina amate wo evidence a odi aba nyina amate na momentumi mu asem we because court mramu no it was a contempt case na ye de akoto Afenyo Makin de akoto so or no ye de akoto so no go and do what answer to the contempt na court mu se undi body bia answer na this case a person betena so na me hwe evidence de esi no a wo pe eye full custody no ma hwese medwene ho a anasem ne nkora no be ma wa enti this judge called Hafisata directed the man say one Afenyo Makin mo nko eye den case na a contempt case no munko tie de besi. Do you know what happened? Omuko tie contempt case no judge na oteso ye friend judge Gawu oni na wo Supreme Court no Gawu de Akufo Addo edede court Supreme Court no oni na ti case ni so no shockingly enough Gawu tie case ni nyina wie ya o hwe abrante ni the reason why ntia one fa akora na nkoma maame no the reason why ntia all circle court to go meet Hafisata to explain the evidence to her no Gawuka said the evidence before him, no, it makes sense. And that on to me, ma abrante and fa aquarano ana enquarana enkoma Selina. If we say the evidence of the abecho contempt court, no, say enquarano obidin in saki komo inti a judge Gawuno or dismissing case. No. This was the first loss Afenyo Makin FACA. That was the first time he got bruised. Waji obi yire asa the nipana asa court. Asa the nipano eden or try say nipane mana obi ne girl no enua bema JJ eden ne court to mu no obeso sade nkora ne sa akɔhyɛ saade nim enti time mo ko hia Gawu na Gawu hwɛ abrante no evidence police report doctor's report bibia na Gawu said no, I cannot grant this contempt. In fact obe dismiss contempt no abrante no he has the right to go back to this judge called Hafisata and go explain the matter. The reason why I unfan Korane mama no because okuta report. Sa time na omo twɛn no. E ho na Afenyo Makin efrɛ abrante no warning no.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, how are you?
By Jehovah's grace, I'm doing very well, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
This is Afenyo Makin.
Okay. Yes, I missed your call this morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I called you, huh? How old are you?
Sorry?
How old are you?
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
I said, how old are you? What's your age?
Sorry, sir, I want to understand why.
Okay, I'm your ex-wife's lawyer regarding the custody of your kids.
Okay.
And I sent my junior lawyer, Deborah. You remember the drama in the school on Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Right, that ended at the police station, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying, how old are you? There's something I want to tell you. That's why I'm asking you. I'm talking to you as a gentleman, as a brother. What's your age now?
I find it difficult to answer this.
Okay,
question.
no problem. If you won't answer, let me tell you something. I'm a family man myself, okay?
Sorry, come
and,
again.
I'm saying I'm a family man myself.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to you as a brother.
Okay.
I don't want to pull the law. Okay? resolving matters, okay?
Okay.
You have put a woman to bed. Me, I believe in metaphysics. And woman getting yeah. Initially, and that's why I ask you of your age. We may be carried away by our ego and our pride. What I've seen in life, I don't like to confront issues. I think that there's always a somber way of resolving matters. Because at the end of the day, the effect on our lives, we don't see where it is coming from. If there are mistakes we made in life, maybe we think we have some little money, we can pay our way out, we can frustrate people, hurt people, but in the end, it ends up destroying us.
Case in the court, then he called the gentleman and he indirectly started threatening him. How old are you? How old are you? Who do you think you are? And let me talk to you. Now I'm going to talk to you as Selena, your ex-wife's lawyer. This is a case in court. What did not go court for contempt? And you have called the gentleman, I brought a case in the court to threaten him. Oh, Senator Afenyo can Deborah B. Assam say, oh, he's apologizing for the inconvenience that happened at a branch in school. Afenyo he sent this lady, her name is Deborah, and these two criminals, calling themselves national security, they went to Nkwarani school to forcefully go and kidnap the Somebody notified the gentleman at work, and fast, and a school to prevent you. So this Deborah girl, she works at Afenyo law firm. So when she went there with these two people saying they are national security, Afenyo had instructed these people to go and forcefully go kidnap the kids. Abrea na court, Asemra say they need to go listen to the contempt application before they come back. So at that moment, the kids were in the custody of the man. Afenyo wanted to illegally kidnap the kids from school. So then later, then he called the gentleman and said, oh, I apologize for Deborah Nonye, or Juma Afenyo law firm. And these people coming and frustrating and tormenting your young girls who are 4 years and 7 years. And so then he went on to do what? Threaten the guy indirectly. Now, I'm sure make sure the reason why in Tia and then Afenyo court war. He hates this woman from the bottom of his heart. Because Mami Way etna the girlfriend case so edia samne fenchem on tiasie Afenyo and it's na who de na no. And it's na on person be respect woman way. And it's na he was angry because Selena ni nua be ma jeje de ne kotikoto obi ba num. Na Afenyo insist say yendi case ni ma Selena because Afenyo kwasiampenyi woni Selena ne da. Now you get the story. Now my mention will be a dangerous cry. You will be shocked. Now, in the Obuko Gawu court, Obuko tie the contempt case, and a Gawuka said there is no case here. In fact, he dismissed the contempt case. Now, what are they supposed to do? Now they can go back to Justice Hafisata, the court, to go seek clarification. Say, from the evidence now, Branton I gather from the hospital, from the police, everything showing say Selena Nyabeman the court to turn money no. Hafisata should look at the facts and make sure say or the Nkorana Mapapano to have full custody of the kids. Do you know what happened? Afenyo went to Tokonu Tie and told Tokonu to transfer Hafisata to Kumasi. So time omu free contempt ho ever back say omoba tie case no ewo Hafisata with all the evidence the Chief Justice Madam Tokonu under the instructions of her best friend Afenyo this lady was transferred to Kumasi into omoba to come and listen to Madam Hafisata her judgment on evidence. Abrante Agada say this woman was not there. This woman had been transferred under the direction of Afenyo. You know why Afenyo was angry today? Personal. They're now your honor. That's why you people didn't understand. Personal. He was personally doing this because he hates this woman. So woman too. Because you see, so it wasn't about what they were saying. No. It was a personal thing. Enti okokachi tokonu. Abranti and sade document in bedroom court no. Na maami we ya transfer no. Every case no so ye yini kure fraud nko Kumasi. Do you know what happened? Then they brought in another judge. Judge ni dindi. Your friend no. Sadi no wo hu no me page so da ba menka ho asem nne. Eni ntina asem ba menka bibia. Ye yi maami we ko Kumasi and Afenyo making so up some particular judge. Sa judge no oye ninja. She only appears when their cases be a NPP here at the ayade. Who is this judge? Her name is Elfreda Amadenchi. Elfreda Amadenchi. Sana ni dintie. This lady or a judge, she is coming from or practicing the law free a year Judge J. Barforce law firm. Your friend no Elfreda Amadenchi. Itomoba no na afeye the new judge aba oba. Elfreda, the young man presented all the facts to this lady in court. Maamini evidence before her. Ohun se enkwara no obi ede ne court ahyehyɛ omenum police for actual report, psychologist actual, physician actual. Every single person who matters. All the documents were right in front of Edian, the judge, your friend, Elfreda Amadenchi. I have something in the future to tell you. Elfreda Amadenchi, but in a case in this, and I'll see, upon all the things that I have seen, in fact, in her judgment, the Elfreda Troy, let me show you, make sure what is happening in Ghana. In her judgment, or say, the respondent is cautioned to ensure proper care and feeding in respect of the children. They see ye obi bema a respondent no, and then Selina no niya bema de koti etu nkwara nenum emolesti omo. The judge near friend Elfreda Amadenchi did not care. The police report now yedebe chire no as a woman from the things she saw, she did not care. All that she did was she cautioned Selina. This is her judgment. I'll publish all her judgment for you to read. She said the respondent is cautioned to ensure proper care and feeding in respect of the children. Now, Tiedi Osakaye, where Elfreda no asem, Elfreda Amadenchi, Ofri law firm and a chamber for law firm, and the be a judge. Let's show a DB. From the evidence before this court, meaning what Jatum say evidence now branching the by you say when an man fem enquire 3 years to 7 years, when normal fem Selina near Bema Eden and Sao war more than a quarter to 2 monument. Or say from the evidence before this court, the applicant has shown much interest in the well-being and proper care of the children, and he must be commended for this. Selina say evidence na a dead who say enquire papa na chese or don mano na opeso hwe enquire no. It's one, she has acknowledged that the evidence were all right. She has acknowledged that JJ didn't cut it to Num. She has acknowledged, say, in Korano Koma, you're molesting Korano, but she did not care about that part. All that she did was, she said, Beman, I had dear, and a caution Obano. And what did she do? She said they should have shared custody. Elfreda Amadenchi. Judge Nina Obaya na ye hafisata every hono. Ye didn't be sure your friend Elfreda Amadenchi. A din memo Renfi. Paul Adamochi crab board and say on the show so. Monko head Paul. Emma almost my posti a din be on my page so I don't want to go there. I'll go there at the right time. Because there's more I have. I don't want to do anything now. Inti Elfreda Amadenchi or your Barbetina case, no. All that she said is, Selina, I'm cautioning you. Go back and have shared custody, joint custody. She did not consider any of the evidence because Afenyo Markin brought her to come and do the initial job he wanted. Do you understand the story now? Now, Obiba Busa, who is Elfrida Amadenchi? And Obiba Busa, Elfrida Amadenchi, who is that judge? Or your wine? Do you know anything about her? Yeah. Elfrida Amadenchi, Justice Elfrida Amadenchi, she was also a private legal practitioner before her appointment to the High Court in September 2020. In the 2020, and a movie called High Court. She also declared her assets on August 26, 2022, when she should have declared them in March 2021. This was done 9 days after the Fourth Estate. Now, Article 2861 of the 1992 Constitution states that, and I quote, a person who holds a public office mentioned in Clause 5 of this article shall submit to the Auditor General a written declaration of all property or asset owned by or liabilities owed by him, whether directly or indirectly, A, within 3 months after the coming into force of this Constitution or before taking office, as the case may be, B, at the end of every 4 years, and B, at the end of his term of office. End of quote. So the Constitution requires the declaration to be done before the public officer takes office. So Elfrida Amadenchia, Ofri Jajeba for law firm, Ekufuado Ebdin call a High Court in 2020. No, she did not even declare her assets on time, meaning she went against the Constitution in the first place. She's not even supposed to be there as a judge. But I'm sticking to what she has done and who Elfrida Amadenchi is. Ochina me the picture about Bechiremo. No, I couldn't tell the man from the picture amba. Now, do you know? You see this? Let me show you something. 2020, something happened in Ghana, and Murefi. This was the same judge, Elfrida Amadenchi. She is the judge who banned NDC from further protest in Accra, Mokai. It's the same Elfrida Amadenchi. Denchi. She has been on the block and she takes care of specific cases. The same judge who gave the kids back to the molester. I'm trying to tell you, the kind of judge Afenyo can see cases and who this judge Elfrida Amadenchi is. So your bar will she give her daughters back to a molester to go live with him? It's a question for another day. But today I'm trying to connect something for you to understand. Elfrida Amadenchi. Go and Google her. Recently her name was on social media. And it's not, man, I don't talk. I keep quiet. I watch because I know too many things. In 2020, this was the same judge banning NDC from protesting in Accra. 2020, she was the judge who did that. The Accra Regional Police Command has secured a restraining order against the National Democratic Congress, NDC, from embarking on further protests and demonstrations in Accra. In a matter between the Republic, that's Ghana Police Service, and National Democratic Congress and Kobina Adikoka, the High Court under Justice Elfrida Amadenchi, Mrs., has prohibited all NDC intended protests from Sunday 20th December to 10th January 2021. Right after election 2020, Ghana Faso area, she was the judge who placed a ban on NDC not to demonstrate until on the 10th of January after Ekufuado is sworn in. This was the judge, Elfrida Amadenchi. I'm trying to let you know. The kind of people we are dealing with. Afenyo making actions now and then. And then I make sure I say. And I be Elfrida Amadenchi. Now Elfrida Amadenchi, make sure more about her. Today, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to show you this and the kind of things she has done. Minimum of that. That. And now Paul Adamochi Kran Kaminim says I lady in the 2020 the coup for the promotino. I never knew. But today, from what happened at the Verton, the connection now Ghana for Busa say Then Hafisata aya Afenyo makina. He's so pissed off. Why Johnson and Nikema na odidi obi atem na the bofuno. It's because he hated this woman from the past. This woman stood on her grounds and at the end of the day made sure the right thing was done. Now the girlfriend Selena, Ninuya Bema, na or the koti or a molester Afenyo marking protecting or use tokunu from the court to change Justice Hafisata or my year day transfer no because now the girlfriend Selena PBB Afenyo marking kwasia. Don't forget the name Elfrida Amadenchi. Law firm I know you man son of judge no now our judge chamber for law firm. I'm trying to connect you to something you understand where I'm headed. But ende minya ready. Today I want to stick to the issues. I'll come back again to this matter. And the things I will show Ghana for no. And the Ghana Water Company I discovered no Ajua condominium or the apartment. Ghana in so no ma diverti omuntua kapre and omu creative reservoir under the building and yensu na yeni etua they are taking it into the apartment for free. Na ye maame nom ye papa nom omu na me wiaso etua taxes na obisa we see apartment na insu also otua ka. Do you know how much water in Kofo using in an apartment in a day? And you see, the spread of apartment in Ghana. Say ECG and the Ghana Water Company, recover from a cow dia. Ria Ghana pa insure any electricity those apartments. Say buying pa on setting up a task force to be entering apartment and checking their connections, their water connections and electricity connections. 90% of apartments in Ghana omuntia light bill, omuntia water bill. Sa 8 years here MPP be di yeso no. Sa MPP for no mu wie sika we be see apartment be bre wo Ghana no. 99% of the apartments omuntia water and they don't pay light because they were having connection with a MPP for omo ECG. They connected themselves with NPP for omo water works. And every apartment I will see or Ghana, especially in Accra, no, 95% of these apartments omuntia water, omuntia light. It is serious. We're just one. Sandi pana ma intelligence ma omo ekwachi omo no. Sanko for munya idea no e create sa reservoir way under the apartment insure omo using so for free no. But I want to say how many customers do they have? Unim apartment do omo this same kind of water air storage. Unim apartment do what Ghana they don't pay water bill. Every water bill be an apartment for the Tiano. It goes directly to the owner of the apartment because the owner does not pay any water bill to Ghana Water Company. It say over 200 rooms. No be a 1,000 Ghana for water every month. So 1,000 times 200, it comes straight to the apartment owner. Because what they are occupant, you are a tenant. All that you need is that water is flowing. When you pay the money, you have to make sure say your water will flow. Everywhere Enterprise go. Water go flow. What they do is that they will tell the tenants, give us the money, your water will flow. So the owners take the money from the tenants. They take the water bill, they take the light bill. Into be also, any apartment here, you do me a canio. Any apartment here, you prepaid, but our light is on. Any apartment here, everything is inclusive. These people have deals with Ghana Water Company, the past administration. That was the connection. Okay? So electricity company said, Minister of Energy, on setting up a task force. Say within a month, visit every apartment in Ghana. 99% of the apartment they don't pay water, they don't pay lights, and they use all the sophisticated home appliances. all the modern home appliances. Every apartment has AC, about 3 or 4 in it. Every apartment, water heating system, 2 or 3 in it. These people are cooking, washing their cars, doing every single thing with this same water we are struggling to protect. So they will live in these apartments, and they will tell you, and this whole thing started from the NPP time. It is Osha. Lots and lots of apartments were built. And those apartments, the reason why you saw a lot of them being brought up or germinating in Accra was because those people who were into the apartment business, they found a way to steal from us. So the apartment business became very lucrative. Into a bit to be by so build the apartment. Who we are matching water company in Libya or my connection apartment in Suba Untia. It is for you. Into a bit or to see apartment, about 20 rooms. Now water bill in a ban ho, light bill in a ban ho, or we are not illegal, not or supply apartment. Go to Accra and see the way apartments are scattered and say the abodam. Because let me tell you, maintaining an apartment, it is one of the most difficult things. Owning an apartment is one of the most difficult things. Apartment. Omo start apartment e wo wiase a say Donald Trump mo beto so papa mo ye apartment adwuma on it is not that lucrative. The only way Obi Beka Chem say we see apartment or Ghana, he's making so much money, it's that Sandy Pano is not paying the utilities. That person is not paying the water. That person is not paying the lights. That person does not even have grass at the apartment, so he does not have any landscaping people coming in. That person, at the end of the day, every single money or Gibiano, it's coming to them
for personal benefit.
Papa, we ask what cannot say. Open institution or Ghana, a Ghana Revenue Authority, Kappa, a ECG. Mokai say, me year story in 2023, 2022, 2023. Besides, get me the year. I did a story on a year how MPA, so OMCs, a year oil marketing companies be ebu Ghana, not omuntia taxes. NPP are buying the chair, or could be a new companies. Mokai says, ask and I make a say, and then na ECG at the GRK a year 600 million Ghana cedis. Mokai is a story. I told you on my show. That was the day I was doing a story on MPA, OMCs. I'm a bell listy OMCs. You won't say Omunina at the Ghana cat. At the end of the day, no, sa OMCs, no, Omo be a company, no, Omo ye dang, Omo good company, no, Mosako be a new companies. Later, me bet you, Bawumia boys be a alaji phobia. In that scandal, I told you, say, under Napo, because me kai very well. When I was doing the scandal, it was Napo who was energy minister. Me catch them say under Napo, ECG was owing GRA 600 million. This guy speaking is the former boss of GRA. When he was there, he knew that ECG and the Ministry of Energy, they were owing a year Ghana Revenue Authority over 600 million. This is 2023, I think. Getting into 2024. And I spoke on this and I told the government to say, the NPP government, they are lying to Ghanaians. ECG negu, and that they owe over 600 million Ghana cedis. And Napo knows, and they are covering this thing up. NPP for communicators, omunkwasi phobia of the radio, so they did matam. Say Kevin Taylor, Eke Kansem, and there, Omwankasa appointee. Na or GRA, or catch them say, time and no, and Napo, na ECG at the GRA cat. Of Sika by media me bo figure me catch up send over 600 million. We never sit on this platform because your time will be. We always speak on the issues. We have the fact. We don't want it to look like party be your time party into your customer too. So that is not how we were built. That is not how we were trained. The job we do here is to expose rot, is to let the people know the truth. And it's not near we make sure say asamna yekano ye ma asamna yekano e jinane na so a in dance here and I say evidence and a fact no e support asem no. I am very sure say by tomorrow my team will be able to pull that statement for us to watch because I made a statement. It was part of the scandal. Massa, dream any Bonia NPP we omedi Ghana no. It is not a joke. This issue with apartments, area lights, area electricity, it is all over the place. My catch me say about 90% of apartments or more Ghana. Omuntia light bill, omuntia water bill. And I have people on the ground. In about a week, maybe I be apartments, me boding. Now mama Ghana for say apartment way, rooms to say the omuntia lights, omuntia water. And nipa na acquire connection mom no oye jumama company way. I will give you names. Majority of the apartments in Ghana I will see shutting it down. We need to shut it down and sell them. Because corruption adie ne sisi wono. Adie omudi bu Ghana for 90% of apartments in Ghana they don't pay light bill. They don't pay water bill. Besides, recently we were here and ECG Beka Chere say 400 home block there your friend Rehoboth estate. They were not paying taxes. They were not paying light bills. 90% of the estates in Ghana omuntia light bill, omuntia water bill, and the city in Ghana na omudia begu yenye so. Let me play that video. Recently, 400 home estate 400 homes. ECG for ko hu ye no omuntia light bill. 400 homes, and all these estates belong to MPP for omobe started germinating estates in Ghana because it's for money laundering. What you acquire also a medical D&D. Pasiato utifie mu wako high apartment na nipa na or the apartment ma rent and waka cho say ma apply for meter number ma ye illegal na utim kwasia school na akọ no ko no sen unim say illegal connection oba ebetume kumba ofie ho that direct power na ujimi you say okọ medical school no why o punk said the otichiri shire e obenin sa apartment na rent here no ukoya inspection na meter mbo no na apartment owner ne catch us meter ya order for meter maye into ya illegal connection na kwasi atim o be car bro for actually say you come from all the way from Rage and they have applied Jimmy mona muko school madani e Jimmy for Ghana sa illegal connection be ku ba ku atkan o ko hu odwan we be ga say mako school me medical D&D yes dey mo kan book room na e ba hu so nim nyansa. Wait, Jimmy, before you go and rent an apartment, you ask them, how do I pay my light? Where is my meter? Now, your chin light a free main power. Near the around them. Now, your punk said, why your punk tintin say, crisscross. Why be Jana Kacha say, oh, your doctor and Tina Jimmy. Now, your doctor Nimyansa say, Uba would say, sa direct light in your chamber them, we bet to make cool. Ah, wait, Jimmy. And when I go to the pastor, I go share the panel. And they all know the corruption going on. So I query the punk say, Odi crisscross it, you know. So I query on him so illegal. Old light bill on him. Wait, I brought you a betchena sim or your accomplice on him. How can you be living in an apartment where you don't have meter and you are living in it, saying that the apartment owner said that they requested for meter and they did not come, so they have the liberty to do illegal connection. We are kwasia. Mona moso son kofo so Ghana and omu di bone edi ehye hiafo and the show bi odomi abra o yen bi oto tomatoes ye tata no adan ya ne light bill 20 Ghana ontumi ntua ye na kwase pay why opon say ye de kwaje mfaso aba begina say I am a doctor and I drive from here to here and they demanded for illegal and they did not come and the meter or say twa was ye shwasum.
Nobody has attempted, no government has attempted to determine how much who should charge what. It is competition and fair trading. So the question of
Omo mujina ho nyina anakabre ene tibrofo ono so na sebio oye samchironi a oye PRO ema VIP bus iti ye twenkrachi ni makrachi ni bae asemo ka nyina ne say obi antumi nso omo ebo omo nje if you say there's competition omo no me VIP 4 omo no makra omo bus saba ebo bi omo pese omo gibia omo betuma age to bi antumi nka say omo ye illegality bia and all brofo na no can be and the simu jire no. Na it do some time out. The guy in Brebi Adakabre texted me. And I so my younger brother Kevin, how are you? And I'm so Adakabre, I'm fine, sir. I don't even know if I still have the text here. He's just a lovely man, eh? And then I can say for that check. Adakabre. From Poma, and I wear Adakabre, right? My brother said Adakabre, it's here. Yeah. Adakabre friend me. Kevin's my bro. Yes, more the number. The last number near 16. A very nice man. Adakabre. The pervasible. What na radio so check. Asem woman no na bibi ntina sofu preaching na oba bi te asori nanim na oyi ne nufu ho a sofu di ne to soro. Me bo video no too. But for some reason, for the first time, above video, me to me comment because Adakabre respectful. But this is so we are lawyers account. It mean kabibia, ebia do kusi me. But Adakabre asem na wo kan ye no. Me sraw sa kwotena radio so a. Dwene ho. Me sraw me ma 24 hours. Asam na me boy ya o kan yi me pese wa anadwi wo da dwene ho na o chena kwotena radio so a sa address ya asem ni bie phone lines na ma nkofo nkyere o ma dwene wo ho wati because ejuma o ye ne bia na me ye nsentrofo a ye ne ekofa asem no ne abechiche kirem o say mo na mo de mo ka aseba more the right to do whatever you want to do, more the right to charge whatever fares you want to charge. Ekwan no private people use it and amosumu use it inti the mo yere enye illegal. Me say for the first time at Adakabre. On say me manu ntimi ntiao and manu so ntimi ntiao because only me kasa ache me no kasa 3-4 years ache pa it was about something and you called me and you showed me a lot of respect. I showed you and I really respect you for that. Mate so uye wejuma inti Adakabre ochina no pa ukotena radio so a me sew ni diem asem we o kan brofo kan twi and this aban papa ba o ma bibi or say government secures 5 million from Italy, 5 million grant from Italy to boost technical and vocational education. You see, NDC are buying and the Haruna Idrisu or your education minister watune num to or see NDC are buying and the obeso kache Ghana for you say eba eye adisua eye insano adisua your friend TVET technical vocational den ha education no or say adisua sebio Ghana for nkwara abekwa akonyo mo nsa no adwuma adesua no eno no ende omone Italy aban edi nkomoma ye fra bibi grant. There's a difference between loan and a grant. Aban we di nkan ka chemo position say enye ade a omode eka ebeto Ghana soma eka mene ye Haruna Idrisu as the Minister of Education etumi adosko ene Italy for akodi nkomo ema omatam 5 million euros e dia cheye a grant say yemfambo eye adesua eye insano edwuma adesua ho ban 85 million euros no enya besia NDC aban kobo besia bia meka ye besia ho eye insawo so a omni Italy for edi ye say so mo sika bia ombe so omde boaye na ye de hye eye TVET adesuam insano edwuma sua adesuam a omfama ye eno maye 5 million euros it is sika no NDC aban de kwa akoboa eye TVET na ye nuanom a omopeso mko school the same time amusua insano dwuma no ya hyemu kina ama Ghana afa ntoma pa efra oman no edru baby a enya loan ye de kyekere man sebio edu sometime a eye wano kasa ene senia ube portray wan kasa nyoma a wo ye ekire nipa a wo ne kasa. You don't have to let the person feel say oda apem so MPP time say Ekufuado ekọ na bedi etu di ekire na gabi di ekire na saa nkofo nyina di ekire a ai so mo koton cocaine uhwe bedi etu suit ehye na ai se ojeje koleba e wo Swaziland saa nyoma ni nyina abrofo no hwe. You need to live modestly sene be ya obi a kakra wo ni nsem no obetimaka say abrantie we die ekuro we die bepa omasem sebio omusika sem njina na aso ma memfa akomapa enche omusika bi no omfa ndi dwuma bi eno bi na hari na idrusumo and omone Italians atenase edin komo edin sawoso a omama ye 5 million euros say TVET no yemfa nhyem na yemfa nhyem kena na enkwara bebre sebio dodo a mo pese mo suansa ne dwuma wo school no omo so enyansa ne dwuma enti asem papa ene aban papa asem na aba no enie we eye grant we enye loan enti we emfa ekamreye we edemfa so ebebreye eye very very important to say aban etu anamo bia ye nyina ye ba fi ye ni ahwa anamo no ni ahwe de aban anamo no eye ede aboaye eni tina menya abotra mi dwudwam amwo hu se we eye granta aba sebio eba be den eba be boa amaya kikire man no abra ye ntua ede faso bia wo so anase ye nkotua ka enti abrofo no de akyeye omo se yemfa we emwa yadesua e wo Ghana Nana Dan Kwekufo Ado Bawumia ene NPP for omo grant no montiase omo tim koje grant ebeduru Ghana na adani loan NPP aban no omo ya kromfo omo nka no kre nti moma yenye very careful about NPP de omo bekebia no moma yembo Haruna Idrisu ne NDC for abaso and the TVET na sebio John Mahama ne NDC ka say omo behye kena omo beboa ma na gina ne na so yetuma to a lot of equipment ama nkora no e de suansa ne dwuma e o senior high school ni ade no and the 5 million euros aba ye de ba eba behye mu ekena nti o se obia ate ase say we eye grant we enya besia we yesika ye de akyeye say ye mfa mbo yesua ye de sua ho ban ye mfa enhye eye TVET na TVET so engina ne na so nti mema o remfi now Ghana as a nation, the young people are more Ghana. You have to take advantage of the government policies. You know, social media and so, your TV so, your radio so. We are young man. More than 20 years. Time you could afford about power. Almost free power. 28 years. 8 good years. You didn't get out. You didn't get nothing out of it. Are buying papaba or the policies be any nyoma bibria to akwem and there's also YEE for website there are lot and lot of job opportunities and there also a year the NIA for website your job opportunities bibria and there abino equity a jumawura your coders program there a lot of things ube to me the umashim apprenticeship programs. Try and visit the sites, put in your resume, put in your certification. Try and enroll. Abanwe want the young people to take advantage of their policies. They are very important. You have to take advantage of the policies. Abanwe Ediaba. Don't just sit there. You can't just sit there and watch me every day and be excited to watch me. No. I want you to get opportunity. And intina me ye juma for 8 years to bring NDC to power. And you wunti and anami ye juma me scandals. Me be many. Me exposing chrono. I wanted to change the government for this government to come in and create opportunity for you. It is a abina bar. All that you need to do is to take advantage of what the government is putting in the system. Ejuma bebria abino ediatowo through different policies. Take your time when you go on social media. Sit down, go to the website of NYA and then try and look their openings. Do not just sit there and be like Ebiambo, Minyejumanyo. There are jobs. The government is creating jobs. Do not say Semediamete Fantiaqua intimate. Just go in there and access those things. And I'm pleading with the young people. I am pleading with the young people. Abaibien wa obesorano paba ufie say the $100,000 show botum. Abaibian to me yes sir. On this planet, Ekufuado nkwana betumi be sama ne baba. But abaibian ni Ghana betumi, but the abaini betumi ayen say e betumi ayeden, e betumi e create opportunity. And it's not the policies aba. So you need to start finding the policies. Try to find it. The social media now, you have so many ways to find opportunities for yourself. Abaini create a lot. In fact, team, let's the opportunities the government is creating. Mr. P, Mr. S, just list it for me. People should just go there. Apprenticeship program. They are all there. If you someone apply, someone try say you want to get the job, you are not going to get it. Put your try. Now, ukodu point, then you start to look for people you think they can even help you get access. Try it. Into ukodu point, now then you start to look around and say, okay, now let me try and see. Why now maybe I'm influential? That's how it works. It is not about Debiano, you are going here, you are going here. No, you just have to focus. It's very, very important. Do not let people lie to you. Don't let people make you feel say juma, because the same people who know school no ebimu enye juma omu ye den omu ko juma eba. Ebimu enye juma aban we ba no ya start for juma. Until you need to keep pushing. You need to keep looking out for spaces now aban e create no. Now also take advantage of those spaces. And these are very important things. It's not every day that you have to sit and be like abiding for Juma Mbreme. You need to go search for it. You need to follow abiding conversation. You need to be active. Listen to the government. Abiding every time abiding beka sebiano, they are creating job opportunities. That a honon na obe baby a Juma space is abeda. It is also polytechnic, also university, or SS, Krana Uba Beria. These are the things you look for. President Bekasa no akotie. Minister because I know because they will come and tell you, say, my ministry way, ye be opportunity way, my ministry way, ye be opportunity way. What is a COB because afa bibi one konekotie because ebia ne institutional die ni no. Sa government agency no, they are going to put new opportunities out. It do not just sit and close your eyes and be listening to things. Majority of you spend thousands and thousands of hours on TikTok. Just listening or watching unnecessary things. You have to use your data wisely. You need to use your data where you can get an opportunity. Take advantage of it. Memetiano, bibi to say Snapchat, mimi nibi. Facebook, mini Facebook page. I have a business page, but personally, I don't have a page. A Kevin Taylor Facebook page. I don't. So sometimes, there are some things that you need to be selective about. And you'll be on TikTok, and I say, oh, my BB. They are just going to waste your time. You are going to be sitting there for days, hours, and then you wouldn't get anything at the end of the day. Oko TikToker, try and find opportunities there. Oba Facebooker, try and find opportunities there. So a YouTuber, just don't go there because everyone is going there. Because mekotia because mekotinawa ubika bibia. No, there are jobs. Are buying the opportunities, baby. There are so many opportunities out there. Take advantage of the opportunities. Don't sit at home. Don't just fold your arms. Don't let it look like Yanietiano, Bibi and Koso, Bibi Koso, Kabibi and Koso and Kobi Yejumanye, Bibi Kosuntina Ubi Jumaye, and any connection as such because they decided to make a move. So you need to make a move. Even in America, they still make a move. They still try and go on websites to look for companies to apply for jobs. So make a move. Make a move. Sensationalism. You try to so when you akoda, when you akoya baby, we akodi obi atam. And no, at the end of the day, it is left with you and your wahala. So with this ankwasi and a sensational news and a word hey and a say Shafiq Muhammad and then on your score and a sankwasi and your man would chira. Those aimless people, they cannot create opportunity for you. So you need to be wise how you even waste your data, what even you watch. You need to make sure from now adebia oko internet it should benefit you, because every data you spend on the internet is your investment. And so spending bibina unya bibia baka, then you are wasting your time. So you need to make sure, you need to make a move. Make a move. Just make a move. And then you will know. Make a move and then you will know, opportunities, opportunities near. Now let's take our business. Now you see the president today, Andra Waka Simbi, very, very important. We are doing real business. And it's not the NDC about power. So what we do here is we try to explain things to Ghana for that you join your member Ghana for ehunu kreno. Senebeya obia behu the ekoso. Now, Northeast, we will establish rice mill, procure all local rice and process to feed school children. John Dramani Mahama or say a northeast omoba see a rice factory. Now what they are going to omoba establish a rice mill. The omoba says rice mill no omo mudua a more northeast. These are some of the opportunities I'm talking about. And need the young people now more northeast, you can contact Gepa for better seedlings for free. Number the diamo aban say a more mudua in northeast, the aban baba say omoba be see a plant ho na omudua emoni wi a aban ebeden ebeto a process it near the feed a school for more Ghana. This is a 1 in a million opportunity for you, the young man. What we call university agric. What we say you are in love with agriculture. This is an opportunity for you. You are a young person watching me. These are the things you take advantage of. If the president can say you are in northeast, what do you have to do? Where we polytechnic, you want to get into farming. Now what is the next step? Now you look out for where to go to get access to rice farmer. So Oko Gepa. No, can you give me seedlings? How can the government? Is there a program? These are things. These are opportunities. And if you are not smart enough, you wouldn't know what the government is doing. The government is using these programs, even though the rice locally planted, locally bagged, they are going to make sure say sa emona yedriano hana yes sa edifidi school for. So the government is basically taking care of its own people and at the same time creating opportunities for its unemployed group in the country. And see, these are things you just don't sit and every day you expect to say scandal, sensationalism, no facts. No, what you look out for is things that will change your life. Things that will change your life as a young man, as a young woman. Things that will make you better. Things that will create opportunity for you to become somebody. This is called opportunity. So take advantage of it. And that is why we are here. We are not here every day to do scandals. We are not here every day to tell you, say, MP for your crop for. We are here to also open your mind, to guide you, direct you, for you to take advantage of the government policies and things that will change your life. Intended President Naba Northeast, or say, Omobabe establish a rice mill. Na omato a more omudian or northeast in Yinano. Into a young man, this is the time you ask yourself, it's a better than to be a part of this. You take your phone, you start to Google, you start to find government agencies, you start to work your way around and see say ubenya assistance from the government, because President Nabeka say obi obedua obeton emo ana obedua emo ewo northeast biano aban beto. What are you wasting for? And we know say northeast there are a lot of rice farmers in northeast, and these are things you don't play with. Sana abrofo na mutia brochi han sana moye say aban the policy bar. Now they look very deep. They look at the policy and see how they can take advantage of the policy. Into how you'll be a black business, your small businesses, your D&D, they take advantage of the small government policies. Government money, sir, or the other to funds, you bet me access, you bet me change your brabo. That is what you need to take advantage of. It is not always about comedy. It is not always about obi can obi wansem, obi can try to obi so obi tietiem, obi can so obi akodi obi we na danfo ne eno no emfe dwuma mrawo. The do dwuma be brawo no any these kind of things. As much as we are trying to let you know, say this government is a good government, we need to keep this government, we also need to understand, say, or see taking advantage of the government policies na to better your life. Edwuma ye nyina to me editu NPP free abem. I person Ghana for MPP for 42 years. It is because of you. It is because I want you, the young man, the young woman watching me. I want you to get I want you to get an opportunity from this government. It is always I'm not sitting here because of the love I have for Abia John Mahama and NDCT. It is because I want the NDC and John Mahama ideas and policies who benefited from. That is why I'm always here reminding you, guiding you, letting you understand. Say the government is putting policies out. Take advantage of the policies. That is what you need to do. Do not see this as Debbie Amikoshe show. Fine, we know the MPP are criminals. They are a political party. No Ghanaian should think about to say more opportunity. Now after that, you need to also better yourself. You need to better your corner. You need to brighten your corner. What are you going to do to better your lives? Because for the past 8 years, things did not go on well for you. For the past 8 years, you and I, we were talking every single day, talking on how your life will be better. Now, Wako Tuaba, you have listened to me. You have taken your time. You listened to both sides. You said the NDC is better. Now, said the NDC is better than NDC about power. What do you have to do to make sure, say, NDC, Amambono, Mubuno, you are getting what? You are getting something out of Amemuno. Because John Dramani Mahama Tiakra. So, only some small days be at Otumiba region. No, Abakacho said, thank you for voting for me. What John Mahama can do for you is to get policies ready for you to enroll. Until you have to sit back and be looking at what they are putting out there. The government is like a shop. So what is a buying. It is a supermarket. Everything is in there. It is up to you to enter that supermarket and pick the essentials. Nyama ojin say bebuao. Into NDC abaya your health supermarket, your pharmacy room, supermarket in your agric eduane side room. Supermarket no your baby a ton cars engineering for the oho. Supermarket no your baby a ton cosmetics for a womb. Your supermarket you be a YE for womb. Supermarket no your education ministry womb. Supermarket no NDC diabano. It got a lot of stuff in there. Now it's up to you to walk in. When you walk in, you start to look at places where you think say ukoya shopping a baby offer a bebua ukofia. And it's when NDC government as a supermarket, that's why people take advantage of a supermarket. Then you need to take your time and look through and see, say, okay, Mira supermarket here. The main purpose here, Mira had to say, mi Pedro, into Mira, baby a pharmacy ni wono. So me call school of pharmacists or to be a pharmacist, and I say the school of pharmacy. Into me ramwa, me ko baby a ton drono because I want a specialty wo. Into a supermarket anymore. That is where your focus should be. And as pharmacy no, a drop by na pharmacy anymore. Sebio mi year ebebuame. Una uni me drone ding. Una uni me drono. Dia odo on sakan tema yadeba mau. Dia ebeche ansania pakiamau. Obisu rema or say okay me okuani me rest supermarket ya me nyapa anka meduamo me nyapa anka meden me hwe nantwie o rema baby a ton nam no e ho na wo so do wani hwe now because we expertise na ho na wo inti the government is a big supermarket, and as big as it is obiara supermarket or one reason obiara supermarket or reason tia or supermarket we should not sit and make it look like say I was say obi edi atre eba na odi day or the besi enum your 1 million coders program it is running. Your 1 million coders program at NDC Abindiaba. You are sitting there. I always tell you, after listening to me, take advantage of the government policies. These are things that the media they don't tell you, because right now no social media is all about sensationalism. Social media is all about destroying people's life. Social media is all about when people are doing better than you, you need to use the little platform to destroy their credibility. That is what social media, some people understand it. They say social media, no, a man for me imagine say, small fame no munya no, omo say the moment man wa brabo no, nobody should be able to do it. Into their depression, no, and I said the stage where they are in, where they are depressed, they could not accomplish anything in their life. They are failing in life. They have actually failed, you know. They want everybody to be like them. So when they see people accomplish, they want to create something about them for people to think, say, what they are doing is wrong. And that is what we see on social media. But you don't have to fall for such foolery. You are not supposed to fall for such stupidity, because those people who do that are people who have failed. They are failures. They cannot tell you one thing that they have been able to achieve in life. They can't tell you one thing that they have been able to do consistently that has brought in any credibility to them. It's what they do most of the time on social media, on TikTok, on Facebook. All those people there, what they are doing is they are bringing you down to their level, because at their age, what you have been able to achieve at 21, at 22, at 23, they have not been able to achieve it. So they will see every move that you make as a wrong move, because they want you to come into their category for them to feel better. And it's that you need to live beyond sensationalism. You need to live beyond speculation. You need to live beyond somebody's failed dream. You need to live in your dream of finding opportunities for yourself. So it is very vital. It is very important that young people on social media, young people in Ghana, young people who are under John Mahama's administration, you need to be focused on what you want to do. We have been there before. We have been in your position before. At a point in our lives, we were trying to find position. It wasn't easy. At the end of the day, it is your determination. There are so many people you guys listen to on TV, on radio, on whatever. They have failed. They cannot achieve anything, and they don't want you to make it. So what they are going to do is they are going to sell everything to you as poison. They know that when you make it today, you are going to be relevant than them. You are not going to listen to them. You are not going to give them any attention. So what they want to do is drag you, make you low. They bring you down to conversations that does not have any basis, no evidence, nothing. And that is what is running through Ghana. That is running on our social media platform. That is what we are seeing now. Because young people have lost focus. Young people have allowed people who have lost their lives, Ankasa, who could not build anything for themselves, to mislead them, to confuse them, to think, say, nothing better is in the system. There are good things out there. There are better things out there that each of you, if you determine, if you make a move, you are going to succeed. Do not just sit back. Do not let some people drag you and make you feel, say, there's nothing going on. Things are going on. People are getting jobs. People are moving forward. You need to also make a move. Now, and the Foreign Affairs Minister, Akasa, Mr. Ablakwa, and what did he say? Or say Ghana Washington D.C. embassy scandal. Suspect Fred Kwatin was earning $1.8 million annually for courier services alone, with total earnings reaching $4.8 million a year. Foreign Affairs Minister Okujato Ablakwa. Let's listen to the Foreign Affairs Minister and the Okano Parliament. We are PZ for Mejujum.
Mr. Speaker, investigations conducted by the top management of our ministry reveals that GTC dispatched between 150 to 350 visas and passports daily. Therefore, on average, about 250 visas and passports were dispatched daily by GTC. Right, Honourable Speaker, this implies that yearly GTC dispatched approximately 62,500 visas and passports. Mr. Fred Kwatin was therefore raking an estimated $1,859,375 United States dollars annually for courier services alone. Mr. Speaker, you can comprehend the substantial sum he earns annually after adding fees for assisting applicants in completing their visa and passport forms, for which he charged between $60 and $100. By conservative analysis, Mr. Fred Kwatin made about $4.8 million annually from his unlawful enterprise. Mr. Speaker, it is important to emphasize that there was no share, there was no revenue sharing arrangement with the ministry. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs had no share. This $4.8 million was controlled totally by Mr. Fred Kwatin. The Speaker, investigations conducted.
So, PZ for where Foreign Affairs Minister Okujato Ablakwa reminding you so ya uneni ene na na mumu bi mu pese mo bete no. Enfan so ya uneni o ye tenio so enzemani o ya santini o de hian se o ye adwuma no ene adwuma no so na o ye. Enti yamfa bebi ofiri nto nchen na mumu bi mo pese adodo. Na brofo na o kan nyina mo baba abonum a mo nte ase mumu bi PZ for de na o kan nyina o say Eye Ghana Embassy and Nana Danko Ekufuado Dr. Bawumia Mahamudu ana Mahamudu oni Ken Agyapong mo ene brand champion mo time na omote so no abrantie bi na owo Ghana Embassy ho ewo US Washington DC a your friend Mr. Fred Kwatin ono na hwe visa so se ne yebe ma manfo visa ne ade and the Foreign Affairs Minister no say on my year investigations now visas are sebio embassy Washington DC Ghana Embassy print efa embassy ni nsem omuko bie computer mu NDC aban ba omo hwe dodo o print embra Mr. Kwati we Ekufuado mo abreso Brian Champon Bawumia Ken Agyapong mo abreso mo connection efa ni nsem no sika na abrantie we enya afibia no na $1.8 million asema Okujato Ablakwa no emfini botomo investigations o maye because embassy every day be on mama visa bia no omo charge fee o say sa sika branch ne nya no se okeka sika wanyinya akeka ho ne nyoma bia wa ya ekeka ko $4.8 million na omo ko ba America hana omo ko Washington DC for computer mu omo ye auditing investigations no omo hu say visas dodo aya print any visas afam saa sika ni nyinaa ma Ghana aban ho under Ekufuado, Bawumia, Ken Agyapong, Brian Champon. Okujato Blackwam say, omukoye audit investigations no. About $4.8 million. Ghana embassy ho saa sika nanka osani nyina ekoho ebesinne saa sika nyina afa Mr. Fred Kwatin any MPP for aban a no mo hwe Ghana so insem. So you see the seriousness of the canker, the seriousness of the problem. We are talking about calculated, orchestrated, and yet well managed corruption at our Ghana embassy, Washington DC. And this was going on every single time. We were speaking on it under Ekufuado. We were speaking on it telling Bawumia. We were telling Ken Agyapong. We were telling Brian Champon. Say, you people, the way your government is running the embassy in Washington, D.C. and other places, you people are destroying Ghana's image outside. And the reporter, Abeda, say, just Washington, D.C. alone, Ghana embassy, Sika Afani Pansem, Mr. Fred Kwatiano visa application and our visa acquisition. So no, Sika Afani Nsem yakikaboma eko $4.8 million. $4.8 million a year. Afibia into the year rounding up near $5 million times 8 years. Na ye calculation na hwe. Amount for atna United States of America, Washington DC to say atna Ghana embassy abo Ghana krono. And the funny thing is, Busa won't say the former ambassador na our Ghana embassy, Halima Mahama, Mumusa Mahamene say, does she know anything about this? Because administrative wise, she is the head. She was the boss. Technically, she was Ghana's president in Washington, in Ghana, in America. It is Sama Amena na imbrebe make am say, oh yeah, ambassador no. Right now, we should ask the woman, how did she oversee? How did she sit down for this canker? This high level of corruption to happen at the Ghana embassy in Washington, D.C. How did this happen? Was she part of the crime? Did she take part in it? Now, this Fred Kwatin guy, we need to make sure we scrutinize and squeeze him for him to tell us every single person who was involved in this scandal. And these are things that the Ghana for say the John Mahama administration, they came to reset. Now, resetting is not easy. You are going to hit lot and lot of blocks. There are so many things you will need to bring down and rebuild it again. There are so many things you need to rearrange. There are so many things you need to make sure you start from the bottom again. Because among for us saying no more to the point, say the country as we sit in, and all that you are seeing, all the things that the minister is talking about, this happened under Nana Ekufuado, Bawumia, Ken Agyapong, because MPP. Omo anom watop no omo na ede omo party members omo na omo du omo wuram won wa branch na e friend Kofi Tonto no se not America ha bumuza Kofi Tonto say identity free Ghana embassy echo eyedien Washington echo Ghana Kofi Tonto kwasi ampanyi we no na odwen se oba Ghana omo be ne minister Kofi Tonto last meeting say oti asempa he was speaking as if say this scandal he knows nothing about it. Kofi Tonto was part of the people who put up this kind of stealing regime, stealing mechanism at the Ghana embassy. Kofi Tonto. At the time I know what Ghana embassy Washington, not just a Ghana for Jimmy and an MP before that and so Jaina Bra. Now bedru Ghana now Kasaka cry, Yabema ministerial appointment and the Kofi Tonto, the other top prepaid cronibi. Wadani a mere party communicator. Why kwasia? But Kofi Tonto started his corruption from the Ghana embassy Washington DC. That is why today Kofi Tonto is in Ghana, sitting on TV, defending corruption, defending the MPP, because these are some of the things that made him a human being. And I'm telling or I'm advising the Foreign Affairs Minister, Mr. Blackwell, that people need to face the law. We need to prosecute people. People need to end up in jail. In fact, we need to stop some people from entering the United States again forever and ever. They need to be kept in Ghana. They need to be changed in Ghana. They are not supposed to come back here to do anything. And a typical criminal, I know ye Juma ewa Ghana embassy Washington DC. Kofi Tonto. Or ye re sa mechanism we omo puti up, omo cookie ya, and then abedu say ye nyina ye bie mu no. Kofi Tonto no onim hu bi. Mumusa ne say time na oye Juma ho no. Sika no mo gigi no through visa and sa sika na way. Let them tell you the audit they did, the investigations when it started. When it started, when it was happening, Kofi Tonto was at the Ghana embassy. And see, what Ablakwa is telling us, we as Ghanaians, we need to take this seriously. And this is just Washington, D.C. Do you know what is happening in Holland? Do you know what is happening in Spain? Do you know what is happening in France? Do you know what is happening in the UK? All over the world, our embassies and the MPP, they were turned into cash cow. They were turned into a cartel ring where people were making money out of us. And we are not supposed to see this as a joke. This is a national concern because it is not just Washington, D.C. This cuts across. This goes across the world. Everywhere there is an embassy at Ghana, you need to understand, say, the same strategy they adopted at Ghana Embassy in Washington, D.C. is the same strategy they adopted in all these respective embassies. So it is not a small job that the minister has to do. He has to audit every Ghana embassy around the world. And we see the corruption. Time. Now, I've received a lot of emails. And this goes to the minister. Mr. Blakwa, I've received a lot of complaints. I've received a lot of emails from people in France, Ghana for more France, especially Ghana for more America, Ghana for more UK, more Spain. Especially, I'm going to speak on the ones that are sending me concerns, issues happening right now at the Ghana embassy. I know, say, what you guys came to meet was basically a nothing. And when I say was nothing, there was no embassy. Goro boys who were there making money for themselves. In fact, I know what the NDC came to meet. Washington D.C. at the embassy. There was nothing as an embassy. Now, people were stealing. There was no correspondence from the embassy. People were not responding to calls. Administrative wise, everything was shut down. There was nothing like an embassy. People were just sitting there taking money and fooling us. I know it is difficult. I know it is not easy. I know you cannot just come in and say you want to reset, restructure. It is going to take some time, and you are going to have administrative lapses. Right now, people are complaining, Mr. Minister, that when you started this resetting from the embassies, some things are still not right. And I know it is the amount of damage these people did. Now, I know what these guys, the NDC guys, are going through now. Now, they came to meet a system that was bogus and criminal. Now, this Fred Kwarting and the embassy, they made the illegal structures at the embassy, they over the time they made it look like illegal. So now Ablakwa and the NDC, they need to come in and make sure everything that looked legal, which was illegal, they have to make sure they break it down and start it from ground to make it legal. And this is not just Ghana. The Ghana embassy there is going to face a lot of problems because one, you have to understand to say every third party company biana Fred Kwarting and Ghana embassy those people were working with the Ghana embassy illegally. Now remember, before the NDC came to power, those companies that were working with the Ghana embassy illegally, some of them still have Ghanaians, their passport, their documents, their data. Now Fred Kwarting, they have the key to all this data. This is a guy who has been caught, who is a criminal, technically being processed for court. Now, as we speak, how can you get the system back to work effectively? You need to make sure you start to build everything from scratch. Now, building everything from scratch, you need to understand the embassy cannot wait. People want to travel. People need visas. People need the embassy to respond to their emails. People need the embassy to be corresponding. Now, how do you make this work? It is like coming in, breaking everything down, and still making sure that the embassy is efficient because people still need visas. People still want to do business with the embassy. So what do? I know the Ghana government is in a very tight position because slowly you need to weed out the bad system, the bad administrative structure, and try and turn it around gradually to make it legal. How do you do that? People also are waiting for their data. Into able to send the passport, not in some kind of passport, because the passport people, the courier service, and illegal service, and they are now not willing to work with the Ghana embassy. Now, you need to understand, to make sure that these people bring back all the passports, these people, they make sure say they come back for Ghana embassy, the Ghana government to get everything back. It is not going to be an easy thing because right now that is the only thing Kwatin in the group they are holding on to. If I am Kwatin, I will shut the system down because for the past years I have been able to build a system that favors me. So if you're a government and you come in and you come to do audit, that's what I say, I will find a way to break the system. And that is why the Ghana embassy in Washington, D.C. is struggling. That is why the Ghana embassy in Washington, D.C. today, I get lots and lots of people sending me emails that we have sent our passport, we are not getting the visa, we are waiting for somebody to pick up. It is because the system was broken. Now they have to build a system from scratch. So I will urge the minister that communication is important, that the embassy should have a 24-hour desk, at least a 24-hour desk. If administrative-wise things are not moving smoothly as you predicted, then at least you should have a 24-hour desk that will be picking calls and answering questions. At least somebody can pick the call and tell the person at on the phone that we understand, we know how you feel. We have accepted. Now, please give us 2 days. We will work on it. What is your passport number? Somebody should be behind the phone. And this should go to Akujata Blakwa. We know the hard work you people are doing. It is not easy because what you people came to meet is crazy. It's disaster. So at least Ghanaians outside who want to do business with the Ghana embassy and people who are not from Ghana, foreigners who want to do business with Ghana embassy, they need to get to talk to somebody. So at least you need to have about 3 phones working for 24 hours at least. You need to get people working the phone lines 24 hours. At least you need to put 3 phone lines out. That are phone lines, sir. When you call, you need to get response. We are not saying, say, the problem you came to meet, use 2 weeks to solve it. We know you are doing your best to solve the problem. But at least let the people be informed. Just be updating the people. So Obi Frey Embassy now, somebody should pick up. It should be somebody's job. Somebody should be able to pick up to say, hello, you have called the Ghana embassy. How can I help you? Nipanabeka say, yes, I've submitted my passport. It's been 2 months. I've not received it. That person should be able to have that time to explain it to the person. For the person to understand, at least they have people at the embassy working for us. So, Mr. Blakwa, as much as you are working so hard, you are doing your investigations, you are briefing us, make sure the embassies are effective. At least the front desk, the phone lines, they are effective. People can talk to people. And I'm giving you just a week with all due respect because we are all waiting to talk to somebody at the embassy. We acknowledge your hard work. We acknowledge what you are doing. We respect the work you are doing. We know you are trying to put things in place. But at least let somebody be picking phone calls. Somebody at the embassy should be picking calls. We need about 3 phone lines that are effective 24/7. We need somebody who will sit behind the phone, pick the phone and put people's concerns on paper. Send it to authorities and say, at least these are the concerns we are getting. Can we do something about it? Ghanaians just want to hear somebody speak from the embassy, or else all that you are doing will go into the trash. Relations, communication, dialogue is very paramount when it comes to building an institution that can be trusted. Building an institution that can be trusted, it's all about communication. It's all about dialogue. When you feel that part of communication, you are done. So, Mr. Blakwa, this is an advice. And it shouldn't be just Washington, D.C. France Embassy. Ghana Embassy or France. It is terrible. Ghana Embassy or Spain. It is terrible. Ghana Embassy or Kuwait. Terrible. Ghana Embassy or UK. At least for now, we know you people are restructuring. What we want you people to do is simple. Put 3 phone lines, effective phone lines that are working at these embassies. Let them talk to human beings. Let them, at least when somebody calls the Ghana embassy, let somebody talk to somebody, and it should be prompt. We don't want to talk to any voice nonsense. We want to talk to human beings. At least I don't think it's too much for you, Ablakwa, and the embassy to employ 3 people to be sitting at a desk in front of a phone and picking people's phone calls and concerns. I don't think it's that big. It's that difficult. There are people who are even willing to do this job for free. So we are sending this message. We are demanding this. Mr. Ablakwa, we are demanding this. We know you are working. Germany embassy, Ghana embassy in Germany, Ghana embassy in Spain, Ghana embassy in France, Ghana embassy in Washington DC, Ghana consulate in New York City. Ghana, make sure you have told us you are resetting. What catch I say mo ye juma, mo sheshenyoma, say ya sheshenyoma mo ma phones ni juma. For all you know, the embassy our passports be a ededa wa yedi visa abom keke. People just want to call and say, "What dear? Before the calamity started, my passport was there. Is it there already?" Somebody just want to come for their passport. They don't even need a visa again. So somebody should be talking to Ghanaians. I'm going to come back to this matter next week. And next week, at least, I need to get some emails from people. I need to get some calls from people telling me, say, the Ghana embassy, right now, they're ofra obifa. And yes, sir, Mr. Black, I know, say, you are not going to like me. Ebasa, and you will tell me, say, I don't want anything good for you. And this is something I am telling you, me before, no remember where I stand. As much as I'm applauding you for the work you are doing, get people behind the phones. Get people to work the lines. Get people to even be calling Ghanaians and telling them, Mr. Asimesi, your passport is here. We don't have a visa in there. Can you come? We want to see you and talk to you. You need to do that. Because I am very sure there are some passports at the embassy or a man from Nigeria. You people need to call the people. It is your job. It is not our job. We know you are resetting. You know we are working. Your Ghana for the passport to embassy. Gather those passports and start calling the people. Almost so so passport. Give them dates. Let them come for their passport. That is what we need. Ghana embassy in Spain is fucked up. Shut that embassy down, sack every idiot there, and get new people there. Now, NDC are buying Papa no, they be almost year. This a new thing. NDC are buying no air year. Team, stay with me. All right, team, I get it. All right. Now, government sets aside 7.8 million to pay tertiary education fees for persons with disability. A year, the education minister, Mr. Haruna Idrisu, and they were making announcement. Or say, a year NDC abino a sika $7.8 million. A day no more year. Almost say nipa sebio omuwaka. Yenuanom enkwara omuwo school. Sebio obia no waka wo Ghana otwa adisua so ewo entoaso eye tertiary mu no eye aban tertiary institutions no government and the omoyi eye 7.8 million people with disability aban ebetu omu school fees amomu for free tie pizza for muntie we aban papa enyansafo ne di Ghana for so near to Chrome ha and under MPP ye hu say ye bu ebubuafo na omo deda enjuma te say eye tobuta no a na omo so omo saka omo no kakra eye amwakwanta kwasiampanyi egu omo adwuma ewie ye sika na ye de omo ka omo beje of finance ministry ye sa bo omo gu so and the NDC aban aba omo yi sika pudio 7.8 million Ghana obi a sebio ne ho aka anybody are falling in the bracket of people with disability. Sani Panbia oko eye into a school, eye tertiary institution, oko polytechnic, oko nursing training, oko eye university. Eye abain diano, abain etwesika 7.8 million atowa. Or the day, or the tia sanko for school fees free. Bulgaria kwasi campaign na renew free. Sa kwasi campaign no your politics. Bulgaria ya otomunai. Sa kwasi campaign no ontina radio so da. En kanchire MPP abain say, omunya bibi emwe nifrafo. And if any question penny or bribe. Bulgaria, question penny or bribe. And if any or Tumiko radio so kasa 3 hours. Now on Tumika Bibia man in Yanuma Sebio Muhuadie. And if any question penny or your politics are Ninyanuma or no mufejem on Tuminka no cre every say. And if any or Pejantra for Nifrenia on Kanokre Bulgaria. Australian announcement soon say Borga confirm and Otiti radio so na Okekan Kwasiasem and Dr. Bawumia and Dr. Bawumia and Unim Dr. Bawumia and Dr. Kwasia Aban Papa and the Enifrafo and the Ebubuafo and the Omomuaka and this Yaban $7.8 million cities say Yemfentio school fees for free. Way and a debia meka chemi nuanom mo waka mo nim nyansa se enkwasiafo de se Bulgaria obani efra no omo wo momfo muti hwe dan mu because ye weni frafo nyansafo Ghana ye we bubuafo nyansafo Ghana ye we nuanom mo wadi dem a omo do Ghana omo som Ghana omo pe Ghana yie nti o se yeso as Ghanaians no ye boa ye nuanom a sebio bibinti omo sa category nim na kwasiampanyi de se Bulgaria enifreni o politics enifreni o je bribe o TV so any friend ya kwasiampanyi or then one tribal politics him any friend ya ono ohuni binida na otoka se nkofo e desperate aboa but gina gaje say be desperate kwasiampanyi to binida o ka say be desperate say be to bini agree kura wonim na politics inti kwasiampanyi bia to betena radio so na yeso so ne so but aban papa ba aban papa ba inti ane menoka say se sebio wo Ghana na se onwaka ebia ye wo na wedi dem ebia accident bi dem awunya udi dem o fall under PWD and the aban say omotwa sika 7.8 million Ghana cedis ye betua mu school fees for free mo a mako eye school into aso school eye tertiary institutions eye aban institutions eye aban dia into mo amoko tech mo amoko nursing training colleges mo amoko polytechnics eye aban dia mo amoko eye universities eye aban dia no sa mo nkofo no nya sebia mo ho aka no aban etwa siketu a omode ato a ye di tua mo school fees free 4 years time mo santoma NDC every say NDC to so dia ade we be koso sa 80 years sa mutu tia NDC a na eye mpana ne ba sa ntwamwa ne ba sa eye party mu pics na omo ba omo betwam me na me ka kire because omo school omo ntiase say nka omo ti school ase eno omo bu school eno omo bu nipa anka chairman untumi nya regional chairman anka omo bu nipa eno omo ti school ase a anka bronye anka untumi di regional chairman say nka omo nim nyansa eno anka omo bu nipa eno omo bu school eno omo nim senia sebio e wo se kaye nyina ye bom na ye kekere man na kan kwasiafo we kan nem no kase nka omo ni chairman enti Ghana for ebubuafo enifrafo sebio mu amunhume a moteme nka o radio so TV so John Mahama president na moto abama no and they will trust sika to 7.8 million sa 7.8 million no sa mati menhia ya hyehyɛ de nyina o menhia enko ho e sika pudio articulate nko 50 and sika gum o se sa sika nya yemfa nko ne yemfa ntua mu school fees mamo use your imagination munia be a friend Bulgaria sebio nifrafo abrante bi na Ghana sebio mo am ye nifrafo Ghana mo fa nkyeme or any friend your friend Bulgaria jantre ni any friend or je bribe or the MPP for you try trotton kofo so any friend your own gare any friend your pejantra for any friend ya obi to me boano na we yi ni Panama any friend ya obi to me tadua no no aka nensa any friend ya or te se efie kraman your friend Bulgaria mama mo so sa nipa no so or nipa boni ni obi a ohun ni binida otumi ka kire nipa bi se ai ono a desperate ontina radio so ontina TV so embo dewuro se abanpo MPP aban for 8 years omunya bibi embo anifrafo embo abubuafo kwasiade o ya ne se odi defend chinie odi defend chinie bi esi obi so now yes announcement aba NIA for and the omo announcement na announcement ni nyina ne say eye 18.7 million Ghana cards ya print ama Ghana for aban papa aba bibi e ko hyew first no beti mensanka me card ana me call ye change L o me dimu ya na R ya change L and ya na R I been call for to cut L to ka R nyina an me di no ya fa me e den eye atobla me call ya na atobra nti o change L no I na R o my L no R nti ya ntiase ya se en sa nyoma nyina wonti bi and eye Ghana card eye National Identification Authority for almost print 18.7 million and over cards are so far register NIA for edi etwe agum ama Ghana for na me no ka say 17.4 million sa card no yi sa 80 million no emu 17 million de ama Ghana for ekọ show because NIA omuni the courier services distribute cards no aban papa ba se no blockage bi ani ho nepotism bi ani ho amanfo ye omodwuma release cards no nti 18.7 million cards na omotwa no emu 17.4 ni nyina kodi Ghana fo nsem kakra na akabe 822,000 no ni nyina da ho omo nti bode wuro se wa won sanka wo card no frɛ yentambeje na tagum aban papa ba bibia ko wawa bibia eko wawa ejina ne nanso bibia ko wawa aban papa ba sa netie. So you need to always understand aban ba nyama bibre sisa nan say wote ya che so bi ka say an ena sesia no me Ghana card no me kokoje ye no yese me nsankan ye me ko yese ani ho yese a change me din and aban papa ba no onte sa confusion ni biem ye de ne kwan so amanfo eje omo card ye twa card ni gum obian complaining sana a better government work sana aban papa ye sa woto abapa unya de ehon faso ni bi na ende yete ya make card no 18 million cards emu 17 million already shared. It's gone out. It has been distributed to the owners. And aka only 822,000. And also, minim se enchebia ni nyina beko. Omo clear table no so. Se ne be ya wo kwa. Ube mu se dabi. E wo se den. E wo se mitumi ko minjuma na bisumitua meto. Sa na tie. Inti omo se yenka nkyere mo. And so omo saka bibi kyerem se yenka nkyere mo se. Eye National Identification Authority for say. Memma bank bia and ye photocopy of your ID card. Where announcement and the National Identification Authority NIA for the announcement about Bontene. I'm saying men can't PZ for men can't South Interest for Asenkregwa for a pram for more a Tafo Pankrono more tag a NIA for say Sawoko banker men for Ghana card nima obiaso on fanko photocopy mrel almost say emra emma ho kwan inti send oton ade o PZ oton adepa utia oto unya wonfa so a sebio se ukọ bank na odi sika koto na obi ka che se fa o card ne ma ye ne enko ekoto photocopy a menje menfa ma no efri se sa o de mana enu na ya na nam so a nipa bi awia mu information a omde kom bank accounts mu ekoji mu sika inti menfa o card no emma obi ase onko photocopy ma wo inti PZ for mo amuye adwuma pa enya mo amoton red no mo na mene mo kasa mo amuye adwuma pa amuji sika pa amutua moto mo amoton red no enya ene mo na ekasa red sika yempe akronfo ye kan ye maame no ma omudi dwa o PZ ye nuano mo mema omudi dwa papa o PZ enya mo amototo akronfo botom mo amukuta bag gina kwan ho a mo penkofo bu omo enya mo asem na meka PZ for mo ye adwuma pa ekofa nyoma pa ebeton nyoma pa etua de ekapa. Inti and the announcement abane say we are Ghana ni menfa o Ghana card ma bank bia in fact oko institution bia menfa eye o card ma obia say and the asimesi je never kwa chiro never kwa den never kwa photocopy never breme or the kwa asembe to da achi into kwa menfa o card ma obia say on photocopy ma sa nyoma we otumfo nti na meye sa nyoma we and the mo sorry wo Kumasi matna eye radio hua obi anka bibia nkyere mu nkyere mu da bia meka me se nkenya otumfo se tutu na piao enya na me se adwuma nka me nyama mo efisa mu dodo mo nte brofo na mo mbra mo ho ase ye kan sam no wonkran a embedu nkran no na MPP fo adane asem no na mo de twa mo tro na impunti o mafie eni ntina menya abotre eni ntina me dwudwam eni ntina mema Ghana for titiru mi nuanoma santefo mu hu nyoma no me kan ne brofo na madwudwam otwi asantim na mwate ase efri se mu radio fo no omubu mu se sebio mu bi ma adwini nkwa akire nti omo daada mo ye kan brofo no wonkran a deche emedu PZ no na brofo na dane eni ntina mo mpem asem ba meboa mo otufo o se tutu ntina me ye we ka me ko ka me nye debia mu koda mo mbompa ya mo otufo na mo sambompa ya mame na mo enyame anka de Ghana ko nka mate mo enyame anka ende de ekoso Ghana anka sebio anka mo bete anka mo ntimu ba akokra nanso eya me ekobedu a sebio magyatum se me beboa ama yachichire Ghana ama bibia koso wa no ama Ghana afa ne tuma pefra ama sebio yenje obia we chire nti ende mabeka no kura edwudan nsem ne mu chire mu ehu se den eye Ghana card no memfa ma obia wo banko wo school wo se dipa ne koye den onkoye photocopy ma o menye masa te se eye Kumasi mayor a release statement to say memenda ebe mema obia mbadwam yemprapra Kumasi. Besides, get me the story. Bidangu jina PZ, mi wia na mako Afenyo marking so. Me the 10 minutes edudum. Besides, get me the caption, the Besides, get me the screenshot of that story. I want to speak on it. The material say and yasi Kumasi mayor a release statement. Mr. P, get that statement. Get me the story. It's not on the system. Matese Kumasi mayor a release statement to be say. A year or two for a set to two ebenya ho every swan. Yasi no swani hine. Minim ofri Botswana na. Aha, yasi on hine fufuro bi. Every a year a crow for froso ba asantimema besra menana or two for set to nana piao. Na instructiona obesra no or two for set to do before krum. Enti esia no asema ya ka to anase announcement a ye de beto no say Kumasi mayor de asemia beto abonten say asantifo amudi dwa e wo kagetia Central Market de nyina no yese memenda we memo bia nhedwa yese ye be prapra krom Eswatini esana frɛ no Eswatini for hene ba your friend the king of Eswatini Botswana for hene I think said that's him right now Eswatini hene na oba no inti yesi otumfo akasa kire mayor ema mayor aka kire Kumasi for say ye ne edidwa memenda ebe ye ndidwa ye sore no pa 4 ye mfa priority tia ye so ye tia ne mfa priority ten ye nyina ye nhie mu okrom na ye mepra krom efri say hoho ba la ilaha Kumasi mayor na dey accept na beto. Besides, get me the story before nkwasi afona ka Kevin about it. Besides, put the story for me, Mr. S. Team, put the story for me. The person we be you can say DNC. Is it here? Okay, I have the state. Thank you very much, team. Team B the story now, but thank you very much. Mama king kana mi jom encha santimai. Otumfo ntina me yen kame ye. Ka yesi me fa wo ho. Otumfo na me do no. Nana piao me do wo nana na me. Nyina santime mu. De meye bia de abon ho ban na nana meye. Piao. Na mama nkyerɛkyerɛm asɛm ni nyina nie. We ene krata ye dia beto Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. We announcement kese a ye ya mi dwudwom enie. Asamasi yensi antuma gufin wa bonten ti ebesi no dem Saturday na Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly amnom release here for immediate release PZ for say immediate release I just say enimenim here asem we hia yendi ho dwuma your friend immediate release PZ for mum biom asum na me be kind brofo tumfo dira kamen kind brofo kan twi na me do no now on say Kumasi to host massive clean up Kumasi to host massive cleanup exercise in preparation for royal visit of the king of Eswatini, formerly Swaziland. Anya Botswana, Swaziland. Assembly tripo Metropolitan Assembly. Kinzuba Edano. Assembly media bane say. Almost say enmenima yano. Asantemai. Yebe day. Aprapra. Yebe siesi krum. Yebe tigatem. Baby aya junsogu ye di nsuo beguso baby aya ne niasi ye de tabodo betoroso baby aya ye ho basa nyina ne se eye memenda ebe ye ba ye den clean up exercise in preparation ye se ye ba ye den ye be pip ye be siesia santimemu efri se hoho oba ready every day la bre assembly tripo na mi kire mu no pizza for the tripo. Now the three policy say Kumasi to host. You see, Kumasi or he can save free. A year a crown affairs a friend Swaziland. Eswatini. I sign a friend say Eswatini or Baba Slow 2-4 ewa santimemu enti ye nyina ye ba be ye de ade amofre no Saturdays ade amofre say clean up omo odi bi amofre no aye nyina ye ba be pra santim mo ma me dwedwam ha omo say in anticipation PZ for mo ti ase ye ka say in anticipation of the esteemed visit of the head of state and kingdom of Eswatini, formerly Swaziland, to His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei the Second Asantehene, the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly (KMA) will be organizing a massive cleanup exercise on Saturday, June 21st, 2025. Almost say, ensra sebio ye nyina ye di achire. Enom ka say in anticipation, ensra ye nyina ye nida so anticipating. We are anticipating. Ensra ye nya santiman ye nida so. Say de ohini bia ofri ekura ye freso Eswatini ebe sra santehene ewa santimemu abatena ne so ewo de menhia no Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly and the annoa sema omde abeto abontene se ewo se ye nyina memenda ebe anopatututu no 9 ye nyina ye mbotwi emosa na ye nti ye hungu Kumasi abontene so titiru edwom yemfa prayetietia ene prayetenten yemfa kuma aso yemfa de bodua na yemfa ntomago ensensen ye kon ho na yembe pra kronim yesi answer no difredi beto boabo no na onim de 90 so sanka fini wa anka yempra fin e ke mi tell ajanjan hene na na pia me do mi cheche ma che onanom yenko enim paragraph 2. The head of state and kingdom of Eswatini, His Majesty King Mswati III, will visit Kumasi from June 24th to June 28th, 2025. Yes, Papa no obeba betna Kumasi 4 days. 4 days in Tianjonzo. 4 days no from 24th to 28th. Yana ohine ne beba beso 24. Unu muzi ala da sha untumemu. Mo ankwase afona munum pike. Munum pure water. No mato. Ye jai for 4 days dey me enya sabium. Ye say unum pure water wi a na da bon tuma no no akekere because obi abesraye. Sebi omu amukọ nea na mo de paper no mato abontene na abontene na mkofo hwena no ye say wo nea na wakekere na o de ato dem. Efiri say ohini bi besraye ennan oman mo sorry a na matwe mo be ma na mo junso guda ho keep off ne ade beware of dogs for no mo twe mo be ma yes mo nyai bebi ana mo ta junso pizza ta wo fa wa na fa hwinim yes mo nyina no mo hwe mo fa so clean nguso edwaye because ohini bi betena ye so ennan enti nkwase ade ye nyina ye nyai brofo na se kire no mo amonene rough weefo no aye asta weefo monene rough mo ya no ban yes ohini bi betena Kumasi 4 days ono otufo betum pasa ahomache 4 ono otufo beko walk ebo 6:30 omo beko jogging ebo 7:30 omo beba aye menhia any area ho ebe hwese nkofo to dame ohini ni betum pasa anene sa weefo na monene rough no maban ha no maban ye ne ye de munja anene no 4 days obia nka ni yemu ntwom monka motontwom ne anene no do not urinate for no na see do not urinate for no you say ye monjun so wo dem ohene no kwa you say ohene no ba na okọ wi a ye betuma ne but see ade ye ne wo dem paragraph 3 wedwa idiminya da minjai important me na letter no mu bobi na gogo mu ni zuba nkoko na me ma letter bi zuba na achura ba lo me dwudwam otumfo ntina me ye na nkese nkame o bodam now mo amoso mutunto akoba buti ya wo na ya wo ya enzina mikoto je na de deg andojo munina munja yesi ayem pai yesi 4 days no trotro for munja pai enti mu gina ho a esi an muntumi nkan kese red for na mo beja na mo da no mo anam ko trotro ho a na mo pai na mo da mutumi pai na mo fo da ye be hwasum 4 days ya no red ya mfa 4 days in pai bibia biam 1000 razo azavo san kwasiam pai ne san kwasia san red no 4 days ye bejai ohini bi ba ready bibini pa na say ene ne a ohine obi ama ye nyan ne yanko paragraph 4 asante your mind na ma me ko benim paragraph 4 the massive cleanup exercise you see cleanup exercise adikudie nti amoye no enie red the massive cleanup exercise aims to ensure the city of Kumasi is spotless spotless and presentable to honor the distinguished royal guest. Almost say adikudie ntia eya meminda we obi amfa priority ntini priority tiamra mo amone ne munjai wi for munjai adikudie ntia sa eya insiesie a ye be siesie Kumasi no ehia ne se ebebo ma Kumasi wate yes spotless et say Kumasi no et say one ne unya baby ntia et say majonso unya baby mfa gatemu e was say unya baby you see the see e kase be spotless that means anene ne nyina be free ho ne nyina kan so omo ti krodim se ne be ya eye ohwoho na obesra otumfo se tuturu be hu se ye di ehuni 4 days no ya be se approve kire ohine ba akọ na oba ne se ye ne 4 days ye betu di ehuni hey priority ya de priority edwaye pipe ano monfa edu binkan mo amwo pride de twitwe edwaye no asafofo no aya monfa tretre sa tietia na de twitwe edwaye no aha paragraph number 5 o ma edwa ele ogira de bewu ogira ne garagwa fo ele bitiate brofu de ba de se mindwudwom so bi ti brofu chase onko dwudwom. To ensure full compliance and successful participation, all shops and commercial establishments in the Central Business District, that's the CBDs, are expected to close from 6 a.m. to 12 noon to facilitate the cleanup. Inti yasi aya memenda ebe no. Aya mo aya Central Market area holding nyina no. From anopa no nsia ekodru aya area aya du mienu aya 12 no. E wo say ye to store bia mu na ye pra bini no, na ye pra Johnson no, na ye tigatem, na ye de pra ye twitwitwi fom, na ye de adwaye gugu Johnson so. Na ye mo kese ekuro mu atememu ehwam. Send a beya ye nyina betumi di dwuma na ohene ne ba na one nanam sentiment mu a onka say aha otumfo 32 I like your country so much also you know you are very clean people good yes ma mom pra nhye table ase o yes mom pra enti kronim enti say bini no na ma pra na the table sisi so na ma kofa ntoma na ma takata jonso so yes mom pra kronim monti kronim eh asempa ni o all right now the KMA urges all residents, businesses, and stakeholders to participate in this initiative. We invite the good people of Kumasi to join hands in making this exercise a success. Together, we can showcase our hospitality culture and pride in our clean city. And issued by Public Relations Unit KMA to all media houses. And the Abakayansa. Inti almost say, dear Ehono, inti the Akono and Ekono. Yasi Ayami Mindei. Ya pese ohine na ofri etwatini no ehu se yedi ehuni se bi ye nti binim oba nti ye nia na yetu yebu yebe ye se ye ntu yensi entomago e wa bontene nti entomago no ende ohine bi ba nti mum yensi no wodam ye ne wodam ye ndwu so wodam gatas na emu osisi ye mfa bibi ntototo so entontom no ye nso so mosquito coil ohine ne ko wia ne ya sa de aba bontene 4 days le bebro ye ntumi ndwu so 4 days yentumi nene we vote to me buying 4 days yentumi no red hey and the Kumasi will go on hunger strike 4 days way 24 25 26 27 me am be live Kumasi o e be din yesi me enwo fufuo e bia buru afi yanka ye kan wom na manka yesi ohine na oba no ompe de otai kan book ope quiet time every time you did we ope so kan or story books or kan ompe de it yesi Saturday ye enwo fufuo Bongo to fufu machine. Yen wo fufu ohine na oba no ompe dede. Ohine na oba no ompe dede otaking kind book ope quiet time ota rest. Inti asimu mo around benchia area yen mekomkom won kwase fufu bia ena team ohine na mewu anto yeso ha. Most of them pesu peku ohine no oyobia ompa de bon ompe momone ompe supeku ompe e de apatre e gatemu nam mo amori ankwan amodi supeku apatre ene nyanya nkyire gumu no yesra mo 4 days yenja na every salad we say ohine we ngona Kumasi obi awu ohine we ongono ne afonfon de nam Kumasi ya da ne nyanga ale ya da be na beko Nana, the man who did you guess Ibako, Nana Yanonko, no uncle dia, boy, me saw him in uncle for the near you. Yes, me and Wolf, me and Risupaku, me and from a morning go up a contombrium quamu, Mamma and your patron quine. Young Mike, I did be a bombiano, yes, saw him on pet. And I said, then it's all 4 days, they say disaster. Kako kwase kako ohine no ompe kako sent kako tumi wo minim na kun dangerous mo amota pa benkwan no mo ma benkwan ntutu mo ya benkwan na mo de eye atum mo ya benkwan na mo de eye prekesa atum no ohine ompe sa sent no for the city na ewu me see ohine we nko na aye fast na na eba be na da be na eba didi ye betuma serve obo mo 10 cups o se ye di hwi o ye twe dia ne pa bofro kwan de wa obetra bofro kwan be bo tuo Nana ebema eye de eye obrafo no ananti krom ohene ne ba otumfo said to ebema eye de executioners omo mutwa di party no ombe nanti krom ombe ye omonim ninam krom wa obeye bofro kwan la yila ayila ene de e wo letter ni mame kan paragraph 4 no njiro ebi amaka se bia me de adam paragraph 4 we urge all as Kumasi residents to abstain from any kind or any smelly stuff. 1. The king has said nobody should add supeku. Paragraph 3. PZ for nobody should cook bofron kwine. Bathroom kwine. The king does not want to smell apatre. Ninyina wom. Inti Saturday 24 to 28 no. You say me and we apatre ye nye bofro. Wa wo beye bofro nkwan e be chew wa wo beye bofro nkwan Kumasi e be chew a ohene na oba na obete twan 29th na me say ohene ne ko 29th a ba e be bo se wo asante be mu no e ho na ba gigigigigigigigigigigi e ho na ba hu eyi wo to back gigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigig